Okay. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Welcome all from around the world here with your buddy Uncle Bruce on Stock Markets with Bruce, where we try to figure out the markets in plain English. And in plain English, right now, this being December the 22nd, 2021, at 8:30 in the morning Eastern time. Um, it's kind of quiet out there. Let's get right to it. It's a bit quiet. We have Friday off. So people are already, bugging out from their offices or wherever, or they're just checking out from their jobs or what have you. But I gotta say, it's not like in years past. There are still a lot of retail investors still in this market playing, and I don't think institutional investors are all that far behind. Actually, I don't believe that out and out full blown hedge funds have shut down. Far from it. They are likely looking for opportunities here to score some deals on thinner volume. So that could be interesting. Um, yeah, because you never say goodbye to an easy buck. And hey, it's the 22nd of December. There's 9 days left in this month, and bills haven't been paid yet for the month. Most businesses out there, especially retail, today's a killer day for retail. Killer. It is really important today. If you're Costco, Target, Walmart, Joe's Hobby Exchange, you know, Bruce's former Uncle Bruce's former sports store selling goods, today is a huge day. Huge, huge day because there are people walking in. There would have been people walking in my store today that generally don't walk into my store for the whole year. They got off. They got off today, like they had a day off today. They were given a couple of extra days holiday. They took a couple of days holiday, and they have a few extra, a little bit of extra time. They're not at the office because they usually are at the office, and they would never be in my store. They're shopping for their kids. They're shopping for their themselves or why, whatever the reason is. And so today would be a huge day, and I would tell my staff, today is a big day in the shop because there are people going to be walking in here, men and women, husbands and wives together that never shop together except today. This is it. You have to wow them. You have to wow these people with the service. You have to absolutely blow away the person who doesn't come in here very often. You have to make them feel like it's like this all the time, which basically it is all the time like this because we did blow away our customers all the time, but even more so, we would really zero in on our non-regulars. We'd see our regulars, hey Barry, hi Jerry, hi Donna, and then we'd see a couple come in and go, hi, how are you? Never saw them before and found out quickly they'd never been in the store before, or the mom had been in the store with the teenage son last week, 2 weeks ago, a month ago. Came in with the son and the daughter. They had dental appointments in the mall, and you know, between appointments, mom came in with one and then the other while they were getting their teeth cleaned or whatever done, and she was mentally watching what the kid was reacting to. Now she brings in dad. We had 30 seconds to make the impression that dad had made the right choice. We had 30 seconds to keep him in the store because dad doesn't want to be at the mall. He doesn't want to be there, period. He doesn't want to be anywhere near this place. He's got a day off. He just wants to rest. He knows he's not going to. So he's coming in with mom, and he's making her show him, is there value here? Is there really something here that the kids will really want? And then our job was to welcome them with open arms and help them in any way possible. And sometimes the best way to help them is leave them alone. Just greet them and just be there for them. You need anything, you let us know. And or haven't you been in here before? We'll say, kind of thing. Dad will say, I've never been here before. Then the mom will say, yeah, I was here with my kids a couple of weeks ago, and what were they interested in? Is that what you're thinking of shopping for some of your children? What were they after? Oh, he's a so and so fan. He's a Dallas Cowboy fan. He's a New York Yankee fan. He's a whatever he is, and then we would just zoom in on it, and we would then just direct them to where they need to go to stop wasting time in this incredible store with all this incredible merchandise, and we would zero in on what they needed and give them what they wanted, and off we go. Anyway, the retail game, boy, you had to be on it, and today Uh, when's the last time you walked into a retail store where you had staff coming up to you going, "Hi, can I help you?" Oh, come on. You don't, there's no such thing like that. Unless it's a mom and pop, you haven't got it. There's no way you're going to be serviced by anybody who gives a crap about what you want. They don't care because they're just getting their 15 bucks an hour, 18 bucks an hour. They don't want to get the virus. They just want to go home. They hate their jobs. They hate being there. Oh my gosh. The other day, it was about 2 weeks ago, Jennifer and I were in a super Walmart, which that right there says everything right there. No customer service available at Super Walmart. Oh my gosh. A store that's 200 yards wide and 150 yards deep, if not more. How big are these places? Unbelievable square footage in there. Rack after rack after rack of clothing, and it's all crap. It's all cheap. But what do you want? It's Super Walmart, right? What do you want? And then the food court area, the food area, not the food court, but the food area, aisle after aisle, lighting is, and just, is there an associate around? Are you kidding me? Come on. There are more people probably in the security office watching you on camera than there are on the floor to tend to your needs. I mean, they're able to nab you if you try to steal something, like you try to put something underneath your thing and walk out. Oh, they're there, but the actual assist you in figuring out what's what. Oh, come on, don't be silly. And now you come out of a super Walmart, and at least the one that we're near here in good old Rancho Mirage or Palm Desert. There used to be 25 checkout lines. You remember how Walmart has the double checkout line, like, so like one here and then one up there, and you got to kind of work your way out. You've got to figure out which one can you get into. Those are gone. They're all gone. There's like two or four cash registers left. That's it. The rest of the cash registers are now you self checkout. You do it, and they have two islands, like two pods you line up to get into, and each one has 20 self checkout centers with the three or four minimum wage employees who, or as low as possible paid employees, let's say, to help you navigate how to check out your own stuff. And it's you go in there, you find it, you pick it, you go to the cash register and you sort it, and you scan it, you pay it, you pack it, and get out. And you do everything. And service, 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 service. Are the prices any lower? No, they're not any lower. Come on. I go to Albertsons and I can get deals similar to a food court at a food selling place at a Walmart, Super Walmart. I mean, come on, a jar of Smuckers or a jar of grape jelly, Welch's grape jelly, one jar. Am I going to drive across town to a Super Walmart to save a penny on a jar of the? Are you kidding me? 500 feet of distance in a vehicle, a car using gasoline costs you more than a penny to drive. So there's no advantage. There's no way you're going to save $50 on your grocery bill every week going to Walmart versus Albertsons or somewhere else, unless you're buying filet mignon all the time and you can get a steak sale or something like that. I mean, no. Most Americans buying macaroni and cheese and cheap bread and pound of butter and a thing of milk. I mean, it's all the same. It's the same. Come on. Who are you kidding here? It's the convenience of everything in one place. One big giant freaking store. Thank you very much. I'll give you that. I'll give it that. But boy, you walk in there and you need something specific, or you're on your own. You are on your own. But this is what's killed. This is the kind of store that has killed the mom and pop. Because in the old days, when I was a kid, to kind of rant on, in the 60s, in the 1960s, before most of you were born who are watching me on this channel, I was in a world that had evolved from the completion of the Second World War. When I went to downtown Toronto with my mother and father, or my father had a music store, a retail music store in downtown Kitchener, Ontario, city of, at that time, 100,000 people. This is where you went shopping. Everybody had to go shopping in downtown Kitchener if you lived in Kitchener, because there were no shopping malls. There were no strip malls. There were no industrial areas that had a couple of retail type shops here and there. That didn't exist. There were homes, the main street, King Street, and a couple of offshoots. And that was that. And you parked on King Street or off the side, on a side street. You might have put some money in the parking meter, and you might not. And then you strolled King Street, and you knew King Street like you know your shopping mall. King Street was exactly like a shopping mall in my time. This is the same for every small town, medium-sized city in the US and everywhere else. You knew where to park your car because your parents had a routine. And the routine was generally the same kind of a routine. You started shopping where the dry goods were. In other words, clothing stores, shoe stores, shoe repair, the tailor to get anything altered, pick something up, drop something off. You had those kinds of firms. You had the services firms like your travel agent. You had your record store. You had the music store, the appliance centers, where you watched the color TV from outside the window. I'm not kidding. These movie scenes you see, you think this is pretend. These movie scenes you see of the 60s and the 50s where people are standing outside windows looking at televisions is real. This is really real. And people would go inside these stores just to look at a television, just to watch a TV for 10 minutes. They didn't watch the program. They were just marveling at the fact that this signal came through the sky into a box that looked like a piece of furniture, and this picture came out. And of course, they turned the sound down so you could just watch. And then when the color TVs arrived in the late 60s, that's 20 years of technology later, from the 40s to the 60s. Color television, Batman in color. Hello. We'd stand outside stores and look at this stuff. We'd go into the stores, look at the latest record players, the latest the stereo systems, all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, you went into my dad's music store. If you were into music, you went and saw the insurance man or woman. You did your banking downtown. This is where you deposited your paycheck. Then you took some cash out. You didn't pay bills at the bank. You wrote checks at home. You mailed them in the mailbox downtown, where the post office was. This is how it was. It was all downtown. It was a big shopping mall, outdoor shopping center that you went to. And you either went there by city bus, tram, streetcar, subway if you were a large enough city, or you drove. And the last place that my mom and dad would go to, again, this is how smart these people were. At the time, I didn't get it. It didn't hit my brain at all. The last place we went to, I'm going to say the second last place. It might have been the second last place. First, I'll do that first. One of the last places they would go to would be going into a Woolworth store, because that's like today's Walmart. And the Woolworth store was downtown, or the Sears store, or the Eaton store, depending on if you're in Canada, the US. You went to the Kresge, SS Kresge store. You went into the big department store downtown. And if you were lucky and your parents were happy with you and you behaved yourself, and you had been pre-warned by your parents, you behave yourself, you got a reward. You knew what the reward was. You knew as a kid, you knew exactly what the reward was, and you were on your best behavior the entire time with them downtown. You were holding your mother or father's hand, as expected, because you're 6, 8, 10 years old. SVT, thank you, buddy, for being a member here. I love you. You knew how to, you didn't run away on the sidewalk on them. You didn't take off on them. You always were nearby them, and you shut the hell up. You never interrupted them when they talked to another adult. You shut the hell up. These were the rules. It was unwritten. They were known because there was a reward. There was a huge reward. This was like once every couple of weeks, not every week, but maybe once a month, this would happen. Do you know what it is? Do you know? You don't know. You don't know. You weren't born when I was born. I'll tell you what the reward was, okay? It varied depending on how well your mom and dad did, all right? Usually, you went downtown shopping with just your mother. Usually, it was your mother. If you went with your father, all right, mom and dad, it was business and it's time to get this done. Right? There's no dilly dallying here. Dad is not a shopper, and he's not an easygoing guy that just kind of hangs out with people. He's coming downtown. We got 4 stores to go to. We got to get this done. I got to get my shoes because they've been repaired. I have new heels put on them. Mom has a dress that she had taken in at the alterating place. I got to stop at the insurance office and do this, and we got to go over there, and then we got to get back to the car, and we're going to go home. That was with Dad. So downtowns weren't that much fun with Dads, but with moms. Moms are a little easier going. They didn't have that kind of schedule going like Dad did, but it's understandable. So with Mom, you were on your best behavior, because what would happen is the second last stop you made was the big department store. Now, some of these were 4 or 5 stories high downtown. Some of them were 3 stories high. Some were main floor only. But they all had one thing. They had the same thing. They all had it. You know what it is? They all had the cafeteria. They all had an eating area, a little restaurant, a place to stop and have a nibble. And what was the best thing to get as a kid in 1964, 1966, 1968, 1962, in the 50s, those of you who are that old, what was the best thing you could get? There was a combination. Depending on where you live and what your culture was like, you were in the East versus the West, the North, the South, whatever. For me, a plate of French fries. A plate of French fries was the room went dark, and the light shone from above right onto the plate of the fries that would be brought by the cafeteria waitress to the table, to the counter or the table. And if my sister and I were both there, which usually is the case, we had to share it because Mom wasn't going to give us each a plate of fries. She doesn't have that kind of money. This is a non-essential French fries. Oh, do you remember the smell? I don't know how many of you are old enough to know this. You don't appreciate this today. I don't think you can. No, you can't appreciate it today. If you love McDonald's fries, great. You love your fries from various institutions, I'm happy for you. But I got to tell you, as a kid from 1963, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, having a plate of French fries arrive at the table, you could smell it just came out of the fryer because it was just made right there. I mean, you could watch them through the window over there. It's a diner. It's like a diner thing. You could just see it over there. The other thing that was the treat was one of two other unbelievable treats that were just over the top. All right. And it was rare. This first one was rare. The second one was not so rare. Interestingly enough, the not so rare second treat, was a milkshake. That actually wasn't so mega rare because in Mom's mind, a milkshake was a good for you thing. Milk, see? And the best part about a milkshake in the 1960s and the 50s is that you didn't get it in a paper cup with a straw in it from a machine. You heard it being made in the back on those mixers, and it was made in those steel cups, those steel containers that were about a foot tall. They felt like they were 2 feet tall when you were small, and they were ice cold. And they put the syrup in there. It was a chocolate shake or a vanilla shake or a strawberry shake, and you could hear it being mixed in the back with real ice cream and with milk. And then they came out, and the waitress would be told by the mom, 2 glasses, please. 1 milkshake, 2 glasses. And the waitress would come out with the fries and the 2 glasses and the steel container full of milkshake. And she'd put that on the table. And then Mom, we just sit there. We couldn't jump on it. We had to sit there with our hands almost under our legs, just waiting, just obediently waiting for the signal. And Mom would very carefully position the plate between us, a little bit of salt. And she'd say, a little bit of vinegar on your fries? Yeah, we'd like vinegar, a little dab of vinegar on the fries, freshly fried up fries, just like in the UK kind of thing, with the chips, a little bit of fries. The plate, each a fork. Use a fork, not your hands. And then she would take the glass to two glasses beside each other and take that metal container and she'd pour an equal amount of milkshake in each glass. So as to be fair, each kid got just as much. And we're watching. My sister and I were watching that glass, watching the levels of that milkshake. Whoa, and she'd finish it off, and whatever's left is hers if she wanted any. And then she put that over to us, each with a straw in it. Okay, enjoy. This is your reward for shutting the hell up, obeying commands, not making mom's life a living hell. A payoff. Oh man, French fries and a milkshake. 1963, Beach Boys on the radio or on the sound system in there. Oh my God. Oh, this is the best. Oh, we had a bath before we left the house. We were dressed in clean clothing. We did not get to go from the playground to go with mom downtown shopping. Oh, no. You got a bath first. You got cleaned up. You did not present your family's reputation downtown dirty. Are you out of your freaking mind? No, you're not leaving the house. You're not leaving this neighborhood looking like that. No. You want to get in the family car? You're not getting in the family car with dirty as a pig. Are you kidding me? Get cleaned up. Wash your hair. Yeah. And then my sister had a dress on, and I had on some nice pants and a nice shirt. Didn't have to wear a tie, thank God. Didn't have to wear a tie for that. But we were presentable because we were reflecting the family name out in public. Everybody saw everybody else. And that was the difference between the 50s and the 60s and today. Today it's anonymous. And today the family name doesn't mean crap. It's me, serve me, worship me, the customer. It's a whole different ballgame. You know what? When we went into certain stores, I still remember this. My mother would say to me, we'd be going into like a higher end women's shop, one of my mother's favorite stores. We'd get the talking to. Okay, we knew the routine. All right, we got the talking to. We're about to go into so and so store, which is a mom and pop, dress shop of some kind. Her reputation was on the line when we walked in that front door. How we behaved, we knew it, we got it, we totally were on board, and we did nothing. We would never even think of doing anything to besmirch her reputation or in any way make her look like she doesn't know what she's doing or can handle her own children. We were the model kids, and we basically shut the hell up and did what we were told. And mom would leave very happy because we would allow mom her experience. My mother would have her 10 minutes, her 15 minutes out of the whole month of looking after us brats. The whole month, she'd have 15 minutes in her favorite store with her children sitting over there on little chairs or whatever, and just being quiet and letting her try on a dress or talk to the sales lady or look around a little bit, something. And I got it because I knew something else that my mom had, that she had a secret weapon that she could employ if there was a problem at this store. When we got home, she'd tell Dad. Dad had the belt. So we knew the ultimate authority. Mom gave the word, you're in trouble. We never gave Mom the excuse. And if Mom took us out for French fries and some a milkshake or some cola, all was well. And of course, you would thank your mother and father. Thanks for taking me downtown. Thanks for letting me go with you downtown. Because it was a departure from my running around the neighborhood with all the brats that I was hanging out with. It was just an experience just to be with them. And if you acted like an adult, you started to get treated like an adult. I kind of like being treated like an adult. I liked it. My sister still hadn't got it yet, but she was on board because she knew there were fries on the line. There were French fries on the line. Don't blow this. You don't feed the kid French fries first and then expect them to behave. Oh, God, no, are you nuts? That's not how you parent. No, you don't do that. No parent does that. No successful parent ever does that. No, you get what you want out of the kid first, and then there's the reward, and you pre-coach them before you do the whole thing. It's all done all day long. It's done almost all week long. On Wednesday, you find out. On Saturday, we're going downtown. You knew what that meant. If you had any brains as a child, you knew exactly what that meant. We're going downtown on Saturday. Oh, the thoughts were just spinning in your head already. Oh, yeah. We're going to go to this store, that store. Oh, I got to behave myself, and I better have a bath, and I better be cleaned up, and best behavior, and ooh, French fries. Oh, yeah, we're going to, because there was no way we're getting a burger and fries. There's no way we were getting chicken fingers or fish and chips or a steak and egg breakfast. No, there was no, that didn't exist. We're not going to the Chinese food restaurant for a full-blown meal. No, we're going into the cafeteria at the department store for a meal that the store would make a nickel on. Potatoes, fried potatoes, and a shake to a mom with her couple of kids. There was no upside here. Mom would have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, maybe just water. Because the whole thing would cost 35, 40 cents, 50 cents maybe total, the whole tip, the whole thing, in 63, 64. But I remembered. And they would those smells would come back. You go into the shoe department of a department store, and you go leather. You go into a real shoe store, a mom and pop shoe store in the 60s, and the owner is originally from Italy, and he was originally a shoe maker or a repair professional. You walk into an Italian shoe store, you open that door, you walk in there, it's just, oh my God, the leather, the smell of all that leather, the purses and the shoes, and it was spotless. The store was utterly spotless. There was no dust anywhere. It was unbelievable. You walked into a dress store, a women's dress, you could perfume. You could smell perfume, the women's perfume that they were wearing. There were like 20 of them in there. You could just, this is where the gals hang out. You walk into a mom and pop hardware store. Even to this day, even to this very day, there's a few left. You walk into a mom and pop hardware store, that smell when you walk into the hardware store smell. Oh yeah, this is the hardware store smell. This hits your nostrils and it just blows your mind. You just go, oh God, I remember this. Oh yeah. Oh, do I remember this smell? It just hits you. You walk into a Kresge's, a Woolco or Woolworth, whatever these old-fashioned department stores used to be. They would have the lunch counter on the side, and you could walk by there. You smell the diner, and then over here you're in the notions, and you see the greeting cards, and over there's the women's fragrances, and every part of the store had a smell. You walk through a big department store in the 60s. Walk through the women's fragrance section. Oh man, did that hit you? Did that ever hit you? You just, this is gone. This is all gone. We're in super Walmarts now. We're in giant industrial warehouses, Costco's. We're in gigantic warehouses, and we're supposed to feel good about it. We're supposed to feel like, this is cutting edge. Oh, we're getting the best deal ever. This is fantastic. You walk around the Costco store and you're looking at stuff going, what is this? What does this do? What is it? How does that work? And then you see a single manufacturer make a single product. That's all you have available to you. There's no competition. You went in the old days into a department store looking for a coffee maker. You'd see 25 coffee makers right there, all of them. And there would be the salesperson, the expert, who would tell you what each one of these is best for and what they can do, what they can't do. Televisions. You want to buy a TV at Costco today? Figure it out yourself. You better do your homework before you walk into a Costco store, because there's no help. I mean, yeah, they have the 18-year-old kid working there, the 22-year-old kid. Yeah, they don't know anything about the TV. They know how to unbox them and set them up for display, but they don't know anything else about the television. They don't know nothing. They're not going to know anything. They don't care. They don't care. They're only there for a few years, and then they're out of there, man. They've got better plans in their future. You walk into a mom and pop stereo store, mom and pop television center, repairs in the back. They had sales and service. That was the big catchphrase back in the 50s and the 60s. Sales and service. That meant you bought something from us, It always worked. We would ensure it would. We will send a repairman to your house to repair your television. You don't have to lug that 85-pound piece of furniture down here in your car. How are you going to get it here? How are you going to get your television to our repair center? You can't do that. We'll send the repairman to your house, because when he arrives with that truck, that van, it's full of all the parts you need for that television. This repair guy, you're going to have to really screw something up in that television for this TV not to be working in 30 minutes or an hour from now. This thing is going to be working. And if it was under warranty, it was no charge whatsoever. Sales and service. The service is gone. The sales are still here. The service is gone. So when you watch reports of earnings coming out from publicly traded companies that are retailers, and you note that, so-and-so has mentioned that their sales are off 0.5 percentage point, and they blame supply chain problems. It could be it. Yeah, it could be it. Or they blame other issues. Maybe, though, there's one thing they're not mentioning that is to blame. And the reality is that what's to blame is you walk into a lot of stores these days, and there's no one there to help you. Now, I will single somebody out. I will single someone out right now, and I will give them kudos. Your local Apple store. Have you been into an Apple store lately? You young kids, yeah, you're all there all the time. You know what I'm talking about. But you're my age, you're not there all the time. Because what do I need to go into an Apple store every time I go anywhere? What do I have to go to an Apple store every time? No. But I was in an Apple store 2 weeks ago. And I went in with my daughter because I needed reinforcements. She's 33. So I took in my 33-year-old daughter who could help daddy out here. Walked into an Apple store, and right there, 10 feet into the store, is the young kid with that headset on and the computer, the handheld computer. Hi, can I help? Welcome to Apple. Can I help you? Sales and service. That's right there, service. Boom. I hadn't looked at a thing yet, and I've got service. And said, yeah, looking for an iPad for my wife for Christmas. Oh, yeah, fantastic. Do you know the iPad it is that you want? In other words, have you already done your homework online? Because a lot of you folks who come in here kind of do that. Or do you need an associate? Because we can assign someone to, help you through everything, whatever you want, as little or as much as you'd like. What's your situation? Now, in the 50s, 60s, you'd walk into a mom and pop store. You wanted to buy a new record player or a stereo for the family. Your wife didn't know you were going to buy a new stereo for the family. That was a huge move if you were a dad to actually pull that off, because 99.9% of the time, mom knew exactly what stereo we were going to get for Christmas, because mom had to decide and approve the look of the furniture in the house. And the stereo would be 6 feet wide, 4 feet high, with a record player and the AM, FM dials and the storage places for your albums and all. This is a piece of furniture, and nothing, and I mean nothing, goes into that living room unless mom says so. Okay, you got that? You don't even bring in an ashtray that unless she approves of that. If you're from my house, but okay. So if dad's going to buy a stereo, or husband and wife walk in, want to buy a stereo, surprise Christmas present for the two of them. Service right there on the spot. You got the salesman right there, and that individual is going to show you everything they have in the store. And mom, with her discerning eye, is going to figure out which one of these matches her furniture, which one of them matches the style of her house, which one of these is worthy of entering the front door of our home. And that's how it was in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and even in the 70s. You had to pass the smell test to get through the front door on something of that magnitude. In any event, in Apple's case, talking to the sales rep, we said, the first answer I had is, well, I wouldn't mind talking to someone about it. And this young, I think it was a young female, I'm not 100% sure, but it didn't matter. They're so good in there. Quickly looked at her thing. She said, I'm sorry, sir, but the first person I can give you will be available in 1 hour and 15 minutes. The first person that can talk to you about our product will be available in an hour and 15. Would you like to make a reservation for one of our sales reps inside this store now that you're here? Hello, welcome to 2021. Like, this is a whole new world. And And now it makes sense. Why is it that Apple shares trade at such a level that the company is the most valuable company in the world? $2.78 trillion. How can a company have that kind of value? Simple. A company like that can have that kind of value because when you walk into a store, depending on the time of year and the time of day and all that, what day of the week, I get it. There are times where you will walk into a store that is 3,000 square feet in size, huge, big, lots of room. All they have are tables and wall displays. That's it. Tables and wall displays. The tables have glass on them, and some of the products are on top of the tables, and some of the products are inside the tables, under the glass. You can't touch them. And you sometimes have to wait an hour to be able to talk to someone about the product you're thinking of buying. Wow. Am I looking at buying a $49.99, a $149.99, a $299 item? No, I'm not. So he said, that's all right. Just show us where they are, and we're going to take a look at them ourselves because we have some ideas. Yes, of course. Oh, they're just over there. Okay, so we went just over there, and there were like 6 of them, 7 of them. No signage, no price stickers, no anything. They were just the units. And I'm standing there going, well, look at my daughter going, well, what am I looking at? And she went, and she touched it. And it lit up. And the device told you what the device was. Again, for a kid that used to go downtown on Saturdays once every couple of weeks with his mom, and the highlight of his day was getting a couple of French fries and a milkshake, half a milkshake, and that was the treat of a lifetime. That was the entire existence. The reason to exist was to be able to do that. To now go into a store where your daughter goes, I'll touch this. Oh, Dad, this one has blah, 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 blah. How much is it? Oh, this one is $999. This one over here, let's compare them. And then she would go into one of the machines and see the compare thing and would show all the models of iPads. Okay, well, this is the memory they have, and this is how fast they are, and this is what they can do. And I said, which one would Mom like? Let's cut to the quick. I brought you in here because you're 33 years old and you're my daughter. You talk to Mom all the time. You two are as thick as thieves, you two. So tell me, which one would your mom like, so that I can get out of here? Because I don't belong here. This is not the world in which I'm familiar. And so she said, "Oh, she'd like this one." Okay, good. Let's get it. You know what happened though? I got to tell you, or what didn't happen. Here's what didn't happen. We bought it, and it's a beautiful unit. It's ridiculously expensive, and Apple Care and all that. And my daughter says he wants Apple Care. Yeah, he wants that. And no, we don't need that. We'll get that. Fine, we're good. Okay, Dad, give her your card. And she swiped it, took care, paid it, and we're done. But you know what we didn't get? Apple had everything. They have the phones, they got the computers, they got the iPad, they got the staff, they got the ambiance, they got the magic. But they don't have French fries. They don't have milkshakes. They don't have the treat at the end. They don't have it. And we had to move on. And we were downtown Palm Springs. We were downtown Palm Springs. Downtown Palm Desert is where we were on El Paseo Drive. That's where the Apple store is. Normally, I wouldn't go to El Paseo, the high-end drive, to go shopping. But that's the only place the Apple store was. And we figured, if you're going to get an iPad, the latest version, you're going to get it there, or you're not getting it anywhere. Then we went into her favorite store, Sephora, one of her favorites. Had to go get some makeup. And I just stood there and observed the floor as she was looked after by one of the salespeople, which again, service. They have service at Sephora. If you notice that, you ever notice it going to a Sephora store? If you're a male, you're a guy, and your wife says, I got to go into Sephora. You know what? Go in there. Just go in there and keep your hands behind your back and just like Prince Charles, your hands behind your back and just observe and just say hello to everybody and let her do her thing. and even let her, go. Just let her go, and just wander about, or find an area of the store where you can stand, where you're not in anyone's way. Observe the world of Sephora. Observe the 90% markup world of Sephora. Watch that. That's an education in itself. That is retail, baby. That is today's retail. Service, 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 service. Apple, as I said, $2.8 trillion company. The only way they can be worth that much is if they can sell so much product at each location and online that they can generate the sales, that can generate the revenue, that give you the valuation of the company. And of course, you and I can walk into an Apple store, or you and I can order Apple product online, but you and I can also order Apple product through other retailers and through the phone companies. So Verizon and whoever else is out there offering you a brand new phone if you trade in your old one with a new plan. They're moving millions of units for Apple, of course, because phone companies don't make their own phones anymore. They stopped doing that in the 70s. You used to remember the phone store? Do you remember the phone store? Anyway, finished with Sephora. No French fries. No chocolate shake. No, none of that. As a matter of fact, we walked up and down El Paseo a little bit for a block or two, and took care of whatever we took care of, had to get whatever we had to get, and then get out of there, because my daughter said, okay, we're done. Let's get out of here. No French fries. No chocolate shake. No Coke. And you couldn't get one anywhere. There's nowhere to get it anymore. It's not there anymore. That experience is gone forever. And unfortunately, that is a tradition that is gone. And that is that downtown experience that used to exist was a huge way of parents training their children subconsciously to act like adults for the first time. And certain parents knew, they figured it out. My child is not fit to be brought downtown at this time. I cannot bring my child downtown at this time. The behavior of this child is not yet ready, and I'm not going to besmirch my name by having this moron with me, this 6-year-old just going nutso cuckoo. Not going to happen. And so the oldest child can go, but not the youngest, or how it works. So the youngest would be dropped off at the neighbors for a couple of hours. Can you look after my kid? And I'll look after your kid when you go. There would be deals made between moms, you see. But in our case, when my mother would go downtown, she knew that if she took her 2 children with her, they would respect the family name, the image, the reputation of the family, because it was a small town. Everybody kind of knew everybody else. People would look at my mom and go, oh yeah, that her husband owns the music store over there. Yeah, that's right. I'm the son of a retailer. This is a big deal. My father's reputation is on the line when I walked downtown with my mother. I got that at age 9. I got that. Still here. Father's reputation always on the line with whatever it is you do. Don't forget that. But boy, today's world, oh my God, go to a shopping mall today, if there's one left in your neighborhood. The behavior of the of kids today. How many kids do you see walking down through a mall with their mom and dad? Not so many. Funny thing, if you're in a high-end neighborhood, well-to-do, higher demographic neighborhood, shopping mall, like Jennifer and I and Jennifer Jr., we were in Scottsdale in October for a wedding we had to go to. I had the opportunity to visit this one high-end mall. I actually saw it twice. I went into it twice. I can't remember the name. I think it's Scottsdale. It might have been known as Scottsdale Mall. I'm not sure. All the high-end retailers are there. The Fendis, the Gucci's, the Chanel, the Rolex, the top, the shoes, the watches, the jewelry, the clothing. They're all there. All right. I did not notice very much behavior that was embarrassing to the family name. I kind of noticed a little bit of a reflection of my youth, and I saw a number of cases, which was very nice to see. I saw in a number of cases moms and daughters together. You can clearly tell it's a mom and daughter bonding time for the two of them to be walking the mall together, and the daughter holding onto mom's arm. You can also tell which kids are home from college right now. You can sure see that. Oh boy, can you see that in mom mom and daughter. The daughter is home from college for a couple of days. It's so obvious. You don't recognize it until you become an adult yourself and you become a parent. When you become a parent, you get it because the how the heart bleeds when the child moves away is overpowering. You as strong as you think you are, you're just mush. So when the kid comes to visit, you're just, oh, it's so nice to have the kid here. Whereas the last year of high school, you're going, oh, I can't wait for this kid to go. It's time for this kid to go. But then you don't see the kid for 3 or 4 months, and then they're home for homecoming. Oh, the tears and the emotions and everything else. So being in these high end malls, you do see this. In other neighborhoods, you may not see it so much because of safety concerns, gang activity in the area. Getting there and getting home isn't so safe and not easy. Whatever the issue, I get it. Demographics, I totally understand. But in my day, downtown was everything. Downtown was the shopping mall for all. There were no other places you could go to see the jeweler. There was nowhere else you could go to do your travel agency bookings. There was nowhere else you could go for the record store. It was downtown. There might be 2 or 3 record stores. There might be a couple of them, but they were downtown. And downtown was the mall. And downtown consisted of the sidewalk and the street and parking meters and cars and buses and people. And you recognized a lot of people downtown. You recognized friends of yours from school. You'd see parents with your buddy from history class. You'd see him with his parents, and gals would see girlfriends or friends from acquaintances from dance class or whatever, or church. The church was a big deal in those days, depending on your family's beliefs and so on. But downtown was the equalizer. That's where we all ended up. And then it all fragmented away as we began this outward march into the burbs. And that took off in the late 50s, early 60s. It really exploded. Late 60s, it really went nuts. And in the 70s, it was just the norm to go out. And my mother actually liked it when the malls opened up. She thought this was pretty cool because for her, she could now go to a shopping mall when the kids were in school. She could grab the car and go to a shopping mall. And she could walk the mall for an hour and a half, and see all these different stores. She would now see chain stores popping up because that was the new way. But unfortunately, what she couldn't have known, and what all of us didn't realize until it was way too late, was that this was the beginning of the end of downtown. This was it. This was the beginning of the end of the downtown core where all the services used to be, and now it became fragmented. And in effect, a shopping mall is supposed to be more convenient to have a shopping mall, but it became almost more inconvenient because now half the stuff we needed was downtown, like banking, post office, and certain businesses, and the retail side was now in the burbs, and so you had to actually do 2. But our days of going to downtown ended very quickly. By the 70s, it was over. Now, of course, as I grew up, I became a teenager, my days of going downtown with mom were over too. Of course, that was also happening. But my youngest sister never had the downtown experience. By the time she grew up, it was mid-70s, and the downtown was over. It was now the shopping mall experience. And that was a whole different ball game. That was a whole different vibe. It wasn't the same. And if you walked into certain stores and shopping malls, you didn't necessarily get the same smells that you used to get when you went into the same stores in downtown. That's the other thing that's changed. That this idea, oh, I'm in a so and so store. I can tell. Do you remember the shoe repair? The shoe repair store. The leather, all the work that the guy used to do. The smell of the place. It was just unique. Maybe it repulsed you. Maybe it made it romantic. I don't know, but the smell was absolutely instantaneous recognition. The world has changed. The world has evolved. It is still doing so. The last 2 years, light speed change in our world. Welcome to today's world that is unrecognizable to 2015, quickly becoming unrecognizable. In 5-10 years, we'll look back at 2015 as another era, bygone era. You mean people used to commute to their jobs, like all of them? Really? No. Yeah, from the burbs into downtown and back. Oh, if things change. Remember the big shopping malls used to dominate everything? There are malls closing everywhere now and have been for 5, 10 years. Malls can't cut it anymore. It's incredible. That's gone. It's amazing how downtown disintegrated. Shopping malls in certain areas are disintegrating. Big box retailers are now the next new thing, which is kind of a mini downtown over here, but it's a private mini downtown, isn't it? And can you get fries and a milkshake? Not easily, but you can go to McDonald's and get a fry in a paper container, and you can get a milkshake in a paper cup. That's what you get. It's not the same. Not the same. Well, anyway, welcome to the old man's rant. Memory lane. It's a quiet day. Look at the Dow. We're down 7 points. It's a nothing burger. We're down 3.25 points on S&P. We're down 15 on NASDAQ. It's a nothing burger. There's nothing going on. Crude is up 15 cents. There's nothing happening. I don't know if there's any big news out there that we have to worry about. I haven't seen much. Was trying to dig up any kind of information this morning that would give me something to talk to you about the great development in the market. I don't expect to really see any. We're 9 minutes away from the opening. I thank you all for coming here and hanging out with me. We're going to try to cover the markets in plain English as best we can. And hopefully some of you will get an opportunity to do some option writing here today. I know some of you are waiting on the sidelines, just ready to pounce. I did notice an article this morning. I will say this. I read an article today about option trading. It was an article that was sort of, it was a one-sided article. And again, I'm not critical of the article. I'm just going to tell you it's not an overall picture of the big picture of the options market. It was just a zeroing in, and what the author wanted to really talk to us about, to kind of get to us, was this has become the new lottery ticket center. The options market has become a lottery ticket center. Now, I've talked a little bit about this in the past. I'll mention it again, but the one of the pieces of this article that caught my eye that I thought you should be aware of, I mentioned it in the comments here early this morning, was daily volumes are now approaching 50 million contracts. 50 million contracts a day are trading in the options market. When it had hit 1 million a day, when option volume was at 1 million a day, that was a sensation. That was an absolute sensation. Sensational stories came out in the press. Option volumes, 1 million contracts a day changing hands. 100 million shares a day were trading a day in options. Today, 50 million contracts a day, not uncommon, 5 billion share equivalent. That means there are, on many days of the week, there are more shares trading hands between gamblers on the option market than trading hands on the open market itself. The volume on the options market is higher than the actual share volume on the exchanges. That's NASDAQ, New York, American, all combined. It is a stunning number, and it shows no signs of letting up. Absolutely no signs of letting up. And the article, the author wanted to talk to us about the fact that the option market has become the lottery ticket center for a lot of investors. And I get it. I totally understand it. I can see it. If you're a college student, you're borrowing $20,000 a semester, 40,000, 60,000, whatever, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands you're in debt by the time you graduate. You're a college student, and you are watching the markets a little bit, and you note that next week Apple is coming out with their earnings, and you're sitting in your dorm, and you got $500 lying around, and you're working part-time trying to make a few bucks, and you're trying to hit a home run ball. You're trying to win a lottery to get some money, because when you graduate, you're $200,000 in debt. You know that the job you're going to get is up until a few years ago, the job was going to pay you $30,000 to $60,000 a year if you're lucky, and you're not going to pay the debt off for 15 years. So you were looking for a hit. Could I turn a little bit of money into a lot of money and get going with my life? And so you were thinking, I'm going to throw $500 at something. Well, you could throw $500 on the college football game or the basketball game or the NFL game, or you do sports betting. You're over 18, you're in college, you can gamble all you want. But there's a new game in town, and that's called the options game on the stock markets. And you're sitting there going, well, for example, let's talk about. I could talk about Apple, but let me talk about GameStop. GameStop 2 weeks ago came out with their earnings, and you're a college student 2 weeks before the earnings come out on GameStop, and GameStop's earnings are coming out early December. Could it be that the student opened up an option account, already has one going, and he bought call options through Robinhood, and he bought a single call for $500, or 10 $50 calls, or 5 $100 calls, whatever combination was. But he or she bought call options on GameStop somewhere where the market was trading at. And at the time, I think it was 200, 210. We hit 250, came back, So if they bought 210 calls, 220 calls, good for 2 or 3 weeks, they were buying real short-term call options that would expire a week or two after earnings came and went, looking for a payoff. And they're buying, the stocks at 200, they're buying 215 call options at $5 a contract, or they're buying $230 contracts, way out of the money, but they're $5 each. That's a $500 call, and they're buying it on the hope that the stock will go to $300 on the run up because of the earnings, and that they'll sell that 230 out at $70 a contract. That's a $7,000 contract for $500. That's the lottery ticket. That's what they're looking for. Now, if they could buy contracts on Apple where they can buy them for, say, $2 a contract, or $1.50 a contract, they buy 3 of them, or they're $1.25, they could buy 4 of them. That's $500, and those go to $10 each. They got 4 times 1,000, $4,000. They're looking for that kind of a payoff. They're not investors. They're not long-term investors. They're not here for tomorrow. They're here for today. They're here for as quick as possible. And here you are. And let me back up one more second. I'm not picking on college students. God, I was a college student. I know how broke I was. We were all broke. We were all looking for a payoff. But there are college students. There are people working minimum wage jobs. There are people working full-blown real jobs. There are people in the third world that will never have enough money to buy 100 shares of any stock ever. They will never be able to buy enough stock in a company to become millionaires. They can buy a call option. They have enough to buy a couple of calls or something like that. That's all they've got. They're in. They're all in for this month, and next month they'll cobblestone another $200, $300, $400, and they'll be all in on the next wager. This is what I'm talking about. This mentality. I'm talking about this all or nothing mentality, because that's all they've got. Okay. And they're coming into the market and they're buying these contracts and they're gambling. And guess what? How many make money? 1%, 2%, 4%, certainly not 10%. They almost all lose. And it is billions and billions and billions of dollars coming into the option market. It is untold billions of dollars. And what am I doing with you guys? I'm constantly hitting you guys. I will not let you go and tell you can write call options to that insane market out there that is just desperate for a home run ball. And you can give them your ticket. You can sell them a ticket too. And you're going to write what? 1 week, 2 week, 3 week contracts. Hello, it's the same contract they want to buy. You're offering them, because there are option players who feel poor, but they have $5,000, but they feel poor. They don't want to put $5,000 into GameStop. They just want to put $5,000 into GameStop contracts. They want to turn 5 into 50. See, you are going to take 5 and buy it back for 1,000. You're the opposite. You're George Costanza, but you've got the time on your side. You're here forever. They're here for a flip. Welcome to today's market world. 50 million contracts a day changing hands is now the upper level of this. 5 billion equivalent shares trading hands a day. Take your share of this money. I don't know how long it's going to last. It might be a year, 2, 5, 10. I don't know, but it's time. And speaking of time, our buddy Larry Titus has informed us that the markets are now open for your gambling pleasure. They're casino's open. Yeehaw! How are we doing on the casino floor this morning, and how are we going to do overall going forward? Welcome one, welcome all to Stock Markets with Bruce, where good old Uncle Bruce tries to explain the markets to you in plain English and talks to you about life in the 50s and the 60s from time to time to go down memory lane from what I can remember of it and let you in on what's going on. By the way, when I went downtown with my mother, she was well dressed. I mean, she didn't go downtown in sneakers. Oh, God, no. Mom was dolled up. Mom had on the makeup. She had her hair done nicely. She had that little hat on if she wore a hat. She looked like $1 million damn dollars. And there were times where when we were downtown, part of the routine of going downtown, we'd stop at my dad's music store. And I would be allowed in there because I was cleaned up. No way could I go into my dad's music store after having just been at the Ball Diamond playing ball. Oh, no, you're not coming in this store like that. I was presentable to be in that store. And I knew another thing, shut the hell up and watch. Oh, by the way, the last place we'd go to, the second last place was French fries. The last place, the deli. You always went to the deli last. You went to the butchers. You went to the bakery. You went to the food people, the specialists, the torte, the cake makers, the sweet, pastry chefs, the bun makers, the bagel producers, the rye bread people. You went to them last. You went to the deli last for cold cuts, for sausages. Mom's planning dinner the next several days. That's where you went last. And then right from there to the car and right home. Why? In the fridge with the food. And then go change and then go and play. And that was the day. Welcome to the 50s. Boy, I miss those days. I miss the magic fridge. Always full of food. It was great. Thank you for being here. Let's see what's going on. I think the Dow is up a little bit here. We're up 31.8 points. We're up 7.73 of a point on S&P. We're down 20 points on NASDAQ. Oil is up 11 cents. That's what we have. It's a nothing burger at the moment. It's very quiet. What I'm looking at here on my screen is mostly red, but not a lot of it. Some green. There's some green. There's not all red. So I've got Rocket Lab down 4 cents. I have SoFi off 20. There's a rumor, not a rumor. There's stories circulating now, and I think it's coming. I believe that the leaks have started from the White House. The leaks have begun and will now intensify, and it'll come as no surprise to any of you by the end of this month. In the next 7-8 days, you'll all understand that the student loan repayment program delay will be extended, and SoFi will not go up because of the student loan delay being extended. Will it go down? It's already down. So it's baked in. But do not be surprised if another 3-month moratorium is given to students for repayment of student debt. And then eventually, I don't know how long, but can it be done where Biden cuts a deal with enough people to get through a bill that will sneak in 10 grand per student in payments that they haven't made for the last, a year or so, however long it's been? Could that be part of it, with some kind of a credit for students that'll pay down the debt by X amount of money with interest? I smell it. I just smell it coming. For SoFi, it will cost them nothing. They will get all their interest. They will get all their payments. They won't lose any money on this deal. They're not being picked on. Not like all the banks are not being picked on by the Biden administration. This is just a way to get this deal done. Anyway, that's just my gut feel on it. I'm hearing more and more talk now about, I think they're thinking of extending it. Had they passed the Build Better plan, whatever it is, there may have been provisions in there for it, but now they have to do it as a separate standalone. But there'll probably be an earmark. They'll slip in something else. Wait for that. I'll let you know. SoFi down 16. Rocket Lab is now up 8 cents, by the way. It went green. GameStop just went green, started down, and we're now green. GameStop hit a low of 156.92. We just went through 158. Now we're at 157 again, so we're jumping around. Matterport down 14 cents. ME down 18 cents. Spire's up 3. ATIP is unchanged. SmartRent is down 9 cents. Sextero down 21. AMC down 38, Robinhood down 55, Vatic down $1.77, Home Depot up 6, IBM down 26 cents, the Dow up 13, Microsoft down 93 cents, Apple down 14 cents, Tesla's up $31, $970. Bed Bath Beyond down a dime. BlackBerry down 53. I heard good rumor. Something good on BlackBerry. The earnings were better than thought, or something, or not as bad as they thought. Or I thought I heard something positive. It's not showing on the stock. The stock's off a bit. Royal Caribbean down 20 cents. Goldman Sachs down 79 pennies. Cisco up 13 cents. 61.16 on Cisco. Got a friend on this channel that happens to have 10 call contracts. I think he owns 55s, if I recall. I think he's sitting at $6.17 book value, and he's trying to sell them for $6.75 on a stink offer. He might get out. It might happen. Well, we'll see how that goes. What else going on? Amazon down $16, Facebook down $1.68, Google up $6.70. It's a mixed market, generally speaking. Nothing burger here on the exchanges. We're up 7 points on the Dow. We're down 22 on NASDAQ. We're up a half a point on S&P. It's a nothing burger. It's 2 days before Christmas. What do you want for nothing? I'm kind of expecting nothing crazy to happen, unless something crazy happens, but I'm not expecting. Let's see what we can do. We'll watch this market together and play it from there. Thank you all for being here. Hope I haven't angered too many of you today. Walk down memory lane. Oh, those are the days. Oh my gosh, those big cars. I used to remember people trying to park their big cars, parallel park their big cars. Do you remember downtown used to have angled parking all the time? You remember those days where you could kind of angle your car? Because the thinking was by the city planners, well, we can park more cars that way because it's only like 10 feet wide instead of a 20-foot long car. And then, cars have to shimmy back and forth to get into their spot because, certain people can't parallel park no matter what. How they got their licenses, nobody knows. But angle it in, easier in and then kind of angle it, kind of work it out. Remember those days? I remember those days. Where did Mom park the car? That was the other game we used to play. Where did Mom park the car? Well, Mom parked the car in the same area every time in downtown because downtown had the layout. I remember though, Mom would park the car in a different place when we went to the dentist. Do you guys remember that? I used to go to see your doctor downtown. Do you remember that? Dentists were on usually a second or a third floor of a tower of some kind of a building, 5-story high building. You remember how the floors creaked in office buildings when you used to go downtown? This is the 50s and 60s. You remember the creaking floors, the wooden creaking floors, and how the heels, men's heels would make that sound, women's heels would make the different sound, and you could hear the creaking of the floor based on the weight of the person. The dentist office was always on the second, third floor. And there was the creaking floor to get in there. And then sometimes there was creaking floors inside the offices because the dentist and the landlord were too cheap to upgrade the place. Because, it's cheap rent, man. Hey, I'm a businessman. I pull kids' teeth out of their mouths for money. I put in those fillings. Where's mine? Yeah, there you are. All that silver. I shoved that kid's face full of silver for money. You'd get a magnet. You could, your face would. No, I didn't. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. Anyway, the old days. Oh gosh, curb feelers attached to the fender wall. Remember the curb feelers? You kids today don't know what we're talking about. You have no idea what curb feelers are. You think curb feelers are grotesque. You think that's a crime. You think that's a sex crime now. Curb feelers. Uncle Bruce, where I live, the driving test consisted of 4 right-hand turns. If you could complete the loop without getting into a wreck, you got the driver's license. Yeah, that's all it took. Just 4 right-hand turns is all we need. Oh my God. Yes. SoFi just touched green. Yay, we're up 5 cents on SoFi. Go. Oh, double parking. Oh, yes. Beach Boy remembers. Florida's now called New York. Now called New Florida York. Oh, my. Oh, yeah. Yeah, curb feelers on my 64. Curb feelers. Oh, I used to remember the sound they would make. You found those on high-end cars. Curb feelers, you didn't put them on cheap cars. No. Heck no. You put curb feelers on expensive cars like big old Cadillacs and Lincolns. They had the curb feelers, and usually the driver was 50 and older. you didn't have a 20-year-old kid or an 18-year-old kid with curb feelers on a car. Oh, come on. That's an insult to a young man, young gal. No, 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 no. Curb feelers. Oh, who needs driving aptitude test when you got a Tesla? Oh man, Coyote man, my driving test had me going on some awful Louisiana highway with people going 80 plus an hour miles. I thought I might die, and I also killed the instructor laughing out loud. Oh, is that those are the antennas attached to the bumpers on these old cars? Yeah, the curb feelers, and they would try to parallel park it, and you could hear it going. It would make that noise as it scraped along the sidewalk. That meant your curb feeler was scraping before the body of your car was scraping on the sidewalk. Oh man, the curb feelers. Oh gosh. What do you think? Nick wants to know, Bruce, why did you do some work for a change? What do you think is going to happen on Apple today? Well, what's going to happen on Apple today? Well, I see Apple here at 172.60. My friend, I don't have a lot of confidence in an upside move on Apple. I really don't. I don't have any confidence that we're going to hit a new all-time high, the next couple of days on Apple. That I don't see. But I don't know if I'm going to see a dramatic sell-off. I think we've had it. 182 from one day to 171 the same day. I mean, we got that. Then we had a secondary one. You scored on that one too. You did well on both. So to me, I think we need what you're going to need to if you want to short some Apple stock. You're going to need a little bit of a pop, and I don't know if you're going to get it. That's the thing. I don't know if we'll get it. The thing I worry about, Nick, is if you're looking to short the stock, you might be looking for more than it can give you. You may have to want to really zero in on your focus on a flip here. So you get a little bit of an up bump, maybe 173 to 174.50. Take a short there, and you can buy it up at 172.5. Scoop $2. Take $2. Now you're an expert at this. I know you can do this, and you're willing to jump on it. So that's my gut feel on it, my friend. Beach Boy says my dad's '67 beige Plymouth. Oh yes. Do you guys remember the cars, the Chryslers that came out in the '60s with push button transmissions instead of the handle? Do you remember the electric push button transmissions? You remember those? Ooh, those are cutting edge. Oh man, that was something else. Oh my gosh, I've seen an old caddy boat with a bunch of wire antenna. SoFi, 15.18. We're up 21. That's right. And Matterport up 55 cents. On your Matterport, 23.75. Thank you very much. We're up 3 on Spire. We're up 4 on SmartRent. We've got a couple of stocks moving a bit higher. The Dow's up 24. Microsoft up 22. Apple still down 40 cents. Tesla up 39. Thank you. Goldman up $1.32, going higher. And Cisco down 14. I think Goldman has a shot at 385 to 390. I really do. I think that's the next shot. If you guys have picked up your in-the-money call already on Goldman, you're just waiting to write a call against it, great. Sit tight and wait. Let the stock go up for you. You're getting richer as the stock goes higher. And then get ready to write 390s or 395 calls for 1 week or 2 weeks out. And then enjoy from there. I think you'll do just fine. But you want to be, if you can be up several dollars, if you can be up $5, $10, $15 on your calls before you start writing calls against your calls, oh, this is a good time to be a happy person in this business. I like it. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Those old school caddies were bigger than boats. I need a curb feeler. I need a curb feeler. I'm thinking of changing my screen name to any suggestions. Adventures with Duncan wants to know, what should I call my screen name? My gosh, got to keep them white walls clean. That's right. I just Googled curb feelers. Yeah, what's a curb feeler? Oh, that sounds sinister. That sounds nasty. Don't have any choir girls near a curb feeler. Oh no. Curb feelers. I don't know when they were created, but I'm going to guess the 50s at least they would have been created by then. Apple just went green. It's up 20 cents. Nick, keep an eye on that Apple. If it can get, like I said, 174 to 170, you get close to 175, you might be able to short it. Just keep an eye on that overall market momentum. If you get a lift here, the whole market does a lift, nothing great, but a lift, and then Apple pops, you might pick your spot there, watching that market ease off a bit. Apple might lead the way lower. Nothing dramatic, but you might scoop a couple of bucks. $2-3 would be all right. Yeah, why not? Oh my gosh. Dave says, Chicago Transit, did you know they have different color walls? Seeing baby blue Caprice with colored matched blue walls. It was wild. Oh my gosh. Is anyone having fidelity issues? Jennifer Smith wants to know. SoFi, okay. Says Arico, we are at 1528, up 30. We're up 13 on Rocket Lab. We're up 26 on GameStop. We're up 54 on Matterport. Green. We're still down 4 on ME, but we're up 6 on Spire, down 6 on ATIP, up 14 on SmartRent. So we got a mixed market. It's going greener. Nice. Wow. Midnight Adventure says, I asked the instructor about our kids during my driving test, and we had been parked for like 15 minutes. I drove down the street, parallel parked, and she passed me. Probably 4 minutes of actual driving. Oh, man. I don't know. Austin says, I drove to the city to do some last-minute Christmas shopping yesterday. 2 dudes behind me were giving me the bird. I have zero idea why. I might have seen a doobie in the guy's mouth, though. Maybe that's it. Easy pass. Good morning, guys. Did Uncle Bruce say sell all the CYXT warrants? I said yes. I think you should take your warrants and sell them. Take the money. Take the money. They're canceling them. They're redeeming them. They're getting rid of them. Take the money now. Thank you. Say thank you. Take the money. A roach on a tree. When I was growing up, my dad always said women who wore sandals where their toes hang over the front had curb feelers on. Oh, my. Oh, yes. Nephew, SoFi moved past 15 like it was nothing. 1528. It is nothing. Wait till it gets to 25 and go through that like nothing. Then it goes to 30 and it's like nothing. And you're going to go, this is just like Matterport. This thing's going like Matterport. Why? Greatest company in the world. That's why. Chicago Transit, Dave, now you're speaking my lingo. My first car was a 93 Plymouth Voyager. It was older than I was, and it had no AC. It wasn't too fun in Louisiana. Of Plymouth Voyager, that isn't a car. Wasn't that a van? It's not a car. Whatever. It's still wheels. Just got here. Any new SoFi news? Damn it, Jim wants to know. It's up. That's your news. It's up, baby. It's up 32 cents to 15.29. I don't know. I haven't seen anything specific for you, my friend, but it's up and we take it. Let's see, Michael, how much you paying us to keep quiet about Auntie Jen's Xmas present? Oh, she's got it already. I gave it to her. Jen and I gave it to her last Saturday. We're not having a Christmas here, Jen and I. We're alone. We're alone for Christmas this year. We're just the two of us. Our daughter was here. We did the thing, and we're done. Oh yeah, it's all taken care of. She's loving it. She's loving it. It's fantastic. Of course, I mean, compared to her 10-year-old old one, oh my gosh, what a machine. Yes, what can I say? All right. Roach on a tree, yes, emphatically. Star Wars soap, says anti-PC. Anyone having trouble with Fidelity ATP not showing live charts? Is anyone having that problem? Let's see. Dunkin' Donuts, says anti-PC. How about that for a new name, buddy? Dunkin' Donuts. That's pretty cool. That's funny. I like that. I don't know. Will Matterport hit 24? It's at 23.37. Go Matterport, go. GameStop up 27 cents. The Dow down 34 now. We're up 460 on S&P. We're up 49 on NASDAQ. So 2 are up, 1 is down. We have a wavering market, they say. It's a market that is wavering. Okay. Do you due diligence? Huge upside potential. U.S. military contract, says Dave. Beach Boy, Grandpa gave my mother his old car when getting a new one. Then in my first day, crashed it. Brett says my Fidelity isn't pricing anything. Evan, I'm driving a 92 Ford Explorer. Is this considered a classic now? Yikes. Oh my gosh. Yes, Nicholas and DQ are saying we're having problems too. And so is Nazareth. Let's see. Spire stock is up. So options are down. Why the face? My Fidelity isn't showing me any charts. App, not my website. I can't see any charts, says Jake. Dave says yes. I wonder if GameStop will crack 160. Well, let's hope so. Chicago says Fidelity issues here. Malo, volume on SoFi approaching 3 million less than 20 minutes after opening. There you go. And we're at 1516. John, yep, I got Fidelity issues too. I never even took a driving test. Yeehaw, Texas, says Vilbus. Fidelity's reporting issues, says Martin. Malo, what issues are affecting Fidelity? Dave, a lack of soul. Adventures with Duncan. Fidelity's on a holiday. Christmas party with everybody's money. Yep, Coyote. Well, in the South, we call everything a car. That's true. Van, car, it's true. It's all good, Coyote. Cars and trucks, laughing out loud. Whatever. Check Fidelity screen subreddit. This is Smoke Dog. Sell it, Jelly. Sell it. Tiff, I bought another 200 Spire today. I'm now in the 1,000 Spire Club. It is 338.9, up 1.9 cents. ATIP 299.1, just under $3, down 11 cents here. ATIP on a mega sale. Smart Rent 1011, up 16. Sextera down 26 cents. Matterport up 40. GameStop down 27. SoFi up 17 to 15.14. Rocket Lab down 2, now down 4. We've got a 46-point drop on the Dow, a 3.75-point gain on S&P, 36-point gain on NASDAQ. Oil up 2 cents, nothing burger. Apple now up 173.44, up 51 cents on Apple. All right. Bruce usually doesn't have favorites, but he says SoFi is the greatest company in the world. I can't say anything without people taking it so seriously, can I? I just can't. I mean, it's just amazing. It's like every little thing I say, I feel like I'm like the chairman of the Fed, you know. Any little thing I say just gets blown out of proportion. It's incredible. Anyway, I do what I can. Bryce is saying Celsius is paying me 6.5% interest on my Bitcoins and 9% interest on my dollar coins. Way to go. Let's see. Hello, y'all, from Daniel. Hey, how you doing? How's Daniel doing today? Welcome. Let's see. Adventures with Duncan. Shrug. Dunkin' Donuts. I've heard it before. Coyote, Smoke Dog from the Squatch Company. I don't know what this means. I got AMC 30 and GameStop's 160 strikes for calls for this week. It's a nail biter today. You've written calls, I'm assuming. Okay, I got you, Nazareth. You're there. Cool. Let's see what happens. I missed the discussion on this, says DQ. So Sextera warrants are going away? Yes, they're going away. The company is calling them in for redemption. And so you might as well sell them for cash right now and move on. Just move on with what you want to do next, okay? Sell them. Any news on SoFi, Apex deal? Heard nothing. Anyone heard anything? I haven't heard anything. Nazareth, yeah, Dave, I got 39 contracts for AMC this week. Mike sold mine 320. And DM says, I just logged into Fidelity, no problem. Let's see. Uncle J Powell, says Beach Boy. Oh, my. Fed work in plain English with Uncle Bruce Powell. Bruce, are you still having your primetime show tonight? Yeah, tonight, 8 o'clock, prime time with Uncle Bruce for sponsor, for members only. Yeah, if you're a member of this channel tonight at 8 o'clock, you can join me live at 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's our hangout show. You can ask me whatever you want about your trading and your option situations and ideas and thoughts. And yeah, we're doing that tonight, 8 o'clock. Can't wait. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Let's see here. Yeah, sell now, ask questions later on those warrants. Take the money. Interesting. In Sweden, a car legally becomes a vintage car on which you can pay less tax if you drive less than 5,000 kilometers or something like that in a year. This makes for some interesting cars becoming vintage cars now, I guess. That's interesting. Bruce, I sold covered calls for this week. Strikes of $30 on AMC and $160 on GameStop. Juicy premiums when I sold it. Oh, nice job. Well, $157.92 on GameStop. You're doing great there. AMC right now is $29.91. You are biting your nails, but it's $29.91, and there you go. Interesting. There's Schmeck and Bagels, Dave. J-Mac, hi, Bruce. What is your thesis on Spire? Do you still think it's undervalued? And so, yes, it is. ridiculously undervalued. There's a number of articles coming out this last week about Spire, very positive articles, talking about the growth of their client base and how that you compare SoFi in the fintech space to other companies in fintech. Pardon me. And you come up with example after example of a typical SoFi client can now be involved in 9 or 10 different segments of SoFi's business, where with other fintech outfits, there's 3 or 4 choices. And SoFi is growing at an exponential rate right now. The numbers of people joining up are massive. And the analysts are saying by next year, they'll be fully profitable. And the bank charter just adds fuel to the fire to allow this company to grow 10-fold, 20-fold, 50-fold, 100-fold. They expect this to be a very, very large organization. And so it's early days. We are really, really ground floor investors here. We're so early. The company's been public less than 6 months. You guys are ground floor investors. $15.31 right now, up 34 cents. This is a joke. When the stock's $150, there will be people here with me, I hope, saying, you remember when this was $15 and people were asking you, what do you think it's going to do? Yeah, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And the tax loss selling thing is just about over here. It's the 22nd of December, kids. We're all talking 2022 now. Get ready for an explosion. Get ready for a lot of stocks to make moves. Look at your Matterport, up 50 odd cents here. Get ready. Just get ready. Okay. And next week seems to be prime time too. Yeah, baby. We're gonna have fun. Daddy needs a new bagel, Bruce. Dave, Bruce. It's my fault. Fidelity dinged me for a free ride vacation violation I did last week. It's my fault, says Pickcomb. That's why we're having a problem. I was restricted for 90 days. I made a mistake. There you go. All right. Coworker had to travel to Texas for work. He noticed a lack of driving tests. Wow. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on. We're getting a little surge on SoFi, says nephew Nick. Nice going. Let's go. Let's go. Who else is here? ATIP 299 exactly. 299.999999 cents a share. That's where we're at, down 11.11111 cents a share right now. Let's go. Oh man. People talk to each other about food and other ideas. You can tell it's Christmas. It's just about Christmas time. There you go. Okay. Well, we're down 28 on the Dow. Nothing burger. Where S&P down is up. S&P is up 3.4. NASDAQ up 32. Oil up 12 cents. Headline: U.S. stocks wobble at Wednesday's open. Okay, we're wobbling. We're wobbling now. There you go. That's what's happening with the markets right now. Wheeze, bees, wobblins. Okie dokie. Wheeze, bees, wobblins. Interesting stuff. Yeah. You know, there's just all kinds of speculation going on about everything, everywhere. Hopefully it'll be fine. U.S. GDP grew at a revised 2.3% rate in the third quarter, says headline. Anyway, interesting. Wow. Can't go there. Some headlines I just can't repeat. It just is impossible to repeat certain headlines. What else is going on here? Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Let's take a look at this story here. U.S. GDP grew at a revised 2.3% rate in the third quarter. This is out of Market Watch right now. The U.S. economy expanded at an annual 2.3% pace in the third quarter, up from a prior estimate of 2.1, according to the updated data released by the Commerce Department Wednesday. Economists polled by Wall Street Journal had forecast that third quarter gross domestic product would remain unrevised. Growth in the first half of the year averaged 6.5% annual rate. The economy slowed in the third quarter as a result of the Delta variant of the coronavirus that causes COVID. Consumer spending was revised to a gain of 2% annual rate in the second quarter from a prior estimate of 1.7, so that's higher. The big picture at the moment, economists are forecasting a pickup in growth in the fourth quarter. Household spending is expected to pick up sharply. GDP data for the fourth quarter won't be released until the end of January. Alrighty, that is what's going on there. Well, we'll watch all that, of course. We will, because we do. The Dow is now looks like positive 3 points. Is that accurate? Let me just double check this. Looks like it's positive 22. We just turned it around. U.S. existing home sales are up 1.9% to 6.4 million the rate in December. The market just popped up here because of that. 33-point gain now on the Dow, 7.3 on S&P, 33 on NASDAQ. It's a good move, and that tells me to mention to Nick, hey, buddy, watch your Apple 173.52. You might get an indirect bounce for that stock from this market move that, gives you a shot at shorting it. I'm just saying, because I don't believe the Dow will do all that much with this info. It's happy. The U.S. consumer confidence rises to 115.8 in December from a revised 111.9 in the prior month. Another piece of good news for the market. We'll see how that reacts. The Dow's up now 39. S&P up 7, NASDAQ up 29.9, Apple 173.31. On stocks we love, Rocket Lab down 6, SoFi up 15 cents, GameStop down 177, Matterport up 15 cents, 23andMe down 6, Spire down 2 pennies, ATIP 301 down a penny, down a dime, pardon me. SmartRent up 6 cents, Cyxtera down 23. So nothing much on our faves. IBM down 57 cents to 128.40. Microsoft up 89, Apple up 46, Tesla up 44.90 to 983. Goldman up 217 and Cisco down 29 cents. Oddly, Cisco is down when this good news came out. That's the weird thing. 60.67 for the low, now 60.75 on Cisco, down 28 cents. Okay, there it is. Amazon down $3. Looks like it's recovering a bit. Facebook up only off 88 cents. Looks like it's recovering. Google going higher, up 26. The Dow up 38. S&P up 6.8. NASDAQ up 23. So it's a bit of a bump. I'll give you that. 15.11 on SoFi. That is the dealio right here, right now, at this moment in time. Oh my gosh. That shoe repair smell, everything spotless. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If it stays under 3, can it be delisted? No. Let's see. Very proud of you. Good, Bruce. Very proud of you. Well, thank you. I don't know what this means. I have no idea exactly why, but I thank you. I noticed you renewed your membership. Thank you, NTPC, for staying a member. You've been a member now for 8 or 9 months. It's incredible. It's fantastic. I love you. You're doing great. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Bobby Atkins says, I save all my Christmas feels for actually, Christmas. Okay. A new album is dropping. Uncle Bruce and the Simpletons. Uncle Bruce, on the topic of Spire, what do we need to see for it to move higher? Seems like they're doing everything right, but it feels like we'll be down here forever, if not knocked down here even lower. Well, Nephew Nick, it's not necessarily what the stock has to do right. It's what you have to do right. It's all about you. It's not about the stock. And I gotta tell all of you the same thing. I'm not picking on Nick here. I'm going to say this for the whole channel, for all of you who watch me. You want to make money in this market? You better get tougher. You better get more resolved. This is a war of wills. a war of nerves. The market. It's what it is. It's people against people. We got some people who think stock goes lower. Some people think stocks go higher. That's it. Now, there's all kinds of reasons for people to think how they think. Of course. The key here for you is to figure out what is it that you like about a stock or a company. And do you feel that the positive parts of a company's future outweigh any negatives? And if so, are you willing to give management the benefit of the doubt? If you are, like on Spire, you feel that they're doing everything right and you like the way they're doing what they're doing, and they're doing a takeover of a publicly traded company. They've done that. Now they're nailing contract after contract after contract, managing satellites in space. They're going to get busier. If you like all that, then this stock's price is irrelevant on a minute-to-minute basis. It just is. You have to pay attention to it, obviously. You don't have to like it, obviously, but you can't talk yourself into, oh, it's going to be like this forever, I better get out. If you do that, you have lost the psychological battle that you are involved in. Because when you buy a stock or you write a contract, you have to have conviction in what it is you're doing. You can't say, oh, I hope this works out, because that is not how you invest in the markets. You can't do that. You use that expression, I hope it works out, when you're at the roulette wheel, when you're betting black or red, or you're betting on your lucky number or whatever you're doing. That's when you say, I hope this works out, because you're in a casino where you are guaranteed to eventually lose money. Okay? The stock market is not a casino where you necessarily have to be guaranteed to lose money. The stock market is a casino in a way, but it is loaded with all kinds of ways for you to really take the odds in your favor. One of the biggest ways to put the odds in your favor is to be the most patient person on the street. That is your secret to success. And there's one guy that you can all look at. One guy, he's old now. He's really old. He's been doing this so long. He's still alive doing it, Mr. Warren Buffett. He's just a very patient guy. If he likes a company and he likes the company management, he likes the way they're running the company, he waits the stock out. He just waits. He never loses by waiting. He's 90-something now. I'm not saying you have to wait until your 90s, because Warren hasn't had to wait 40 years to make money on his investments. This guy has been a winner since the 60s, and he'll wait a year. He'll wait a half a year. He'll wait 3 years. He waits. He doesn't wait 40 years for one stock. He doesn't do that. The guy waits it out, and he is you cannot shake that man. You cannot get him to flinch. He'll write call options. He'll have his people write call options to bring in income on the stock. That's the other secret weapon this guy has. And I'm trying to turn you into junior versions of this guy. Absolute 1/1,000,000th of 1% of this guy is what I'm trying to get you to become. I'm trying to get you to become ruthless investors, absolutely steely-eyed, unshakable investors. If I can get you there, halfway there, I can get you 51% of the way there, you will make money. If I only get you there 49.999% of the way there, you will probably barely break even. But if I can get you just over, you'll probably just barely make money. If I can get you to the 55% mark, you'll make more money than 19 out of 20 people, or out of 11 out of 20. If I can get you to 60% there, then you're in the top 40 percentile. If I can get you 75% there, you're in the top 25 percentile. The fact that you're writing call options, a bunch of you who are watching me are already writing call options after only a few months of me talking about it, tells me you are the right people in the right market doing the right thing at this time. And you're absolutely exploiting these markets. And if you can write call options on GameStop, Matterport, eventually you'll do it on SoFi again. You'll do it on Rocket Lab eventually. If you're doing it now as a poor man covered call writer on Cisco, Goldman Sachs, Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, whichever. If you're doing that already, you're writing calls on AMC, way to go. You're in the top 95 percentile now. You're way up there. You're smarter. Your odds of making money are greater than 19 out of 20 people in the market. The one thing you've got to keep in mind is you've got to be disciplined and ruthless and do not flinch from your plan. That is it. You have to be prepared to roll over contracts. You have to be prepared to allow a stock to go above your call price. You have to allow crappy days on the market. You have to allow shenanigans to happen out there. You have to let it all happen. You have to let it all happen. You cannot stop this stuff. You cannot stop the others. All right. If there are 20 people investing and one of them is you and 19 are not doing it as well as you are, let's just say they're not as disciplined as you are, they don't write options like you do, or they do and they're not as good at it as you are, or whatever the thing, there will be some of those 19, some of them, especially the bottom 6 or 7, who will be desperate. Because what do? They only buy call options with 2 weeks to go and gamble everything they've got for a flip. They will do desperate things to make money. They will make wild, stupid bets. They will flip 6-cent contracts, 12-cent contracts, and that's all they do. That's all they've got. They've only got $100 left. They had 1,000. Then they were down to 400. Then they were down to 150. They're down to $70. They're flipping contracts now for $70. They're desperados. They'll do whatever they can do to find a winner any way they can. You, on the other hand, are the complete polar opposite. You're one of 20 that are the one up there, the 5%er, who's just sitting there going, I'm just going to do what this guy tells me to do. I'm just going to sit back here and go, I dare you to come and take me out. I dare you. I double dare you. That's what you got to be. So, nephew Nick, I love you. I do. But Spire, my opinion hasn't changed on Spire or on ATIP, and it will not change. I'm going to continue to like them no matter where they trade. I'm going to like them. So stick around. Let's enjoy the show. Speaking of enjoying the show, hello.
Well, hello there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It is Jennifer. Auntie Jen has arrived. Auntie Jen, I this morning made a statement on the channel, and I thought I'd run by to see if you concur.
Oh, see if
If
there's
you
a grumpy
agree.
old lady to go with the grumpy old man.
Well, that wasn't the message.
Okay.
No, I mentioned on this chat this morning, I always have a pinned message on the
Yes.
top
Right.
where I say to people, take control of your life, take control of your account,
Dare to be great.
dare to be great. Check out these options, learn how to write options. Check out my website, stockmarkersofthebruce.ca. Go to my classes. The link's up there. Take some classes. They're $100 each. They're 2 hours long, each one. Learn how to write options and make some money on top of what you're trying to make. That's the first thing. I always pin that. But
Yeah.
today I added a second comment.
Okay.
And I said, become a member of this channel.
Mhm.
Become a member, and you can make comments here during the live chat. You can ask me questions that I'll try to answer on the fly. You can talk to each other. And you can get advice, stock advice, from other members of this channel who know. A lot of them know exactly what's going on. Use the emojis, have some fun, and join Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Become members of our channel. So that I used your name to promote the
did you?
membership. Yeah, because I think it's a good idea. People do that.
Absolutely.
Jen said so.
Absolutely.
What are you waiting for? What are you sitting there watching me for free?
I think
Hey.
it's just,
Hey,
opening them up to a world that so many people have they've never seen the curtain, let alone looked behind the curtain. Right? That this is something you can do.
do you remember the first time you figured out the options market? Oh, I was probably the one who explained it to you. Or-
Yeah, it probably would have come through you rather than maybe when I took the classes.
Yeah, you
I don't
probably
know.
had-
It was probably through you already.
You probably already had a good idea of what
Yeah,
they were doing,
yeah.
and then you started educating people on how it worked, and that
Yeah.
that was exciting because now you got
Yeah.
those. Oh, that's what you mean by that. I didn't know that existed.
Yes.
We've heard that a million times between us because of the
Yes.
many times we've explained options to people who had no idea what they were, and the writing of options. Oh my gosh, that is the 1 in 20, 1 in
Yes.
20 that does it, and they're the most successful. Yeah.
That's right. I would gladly pay you for a hamburger today. No, I would gladly pay you on Tuesday for a hamburger today.
That's right. That's right.
Blimpy or whatever his name was. He knew.
Isn't that Wimpy?
Is it Wimpy?
Was it Wimpy?
Off of
Who
Popeye?
on Popeye? Who what was the character's name that would gladly pay you next Tuesday for a hamburger today?
Yes, it's option.
That's right. Take the money and watch the stock flounder, and watch the options die, and
So-
enjoy the death of the option because you're buying it back
I
for nothing.
I know.
Lovely.
Let time work for you.
Absolutely. Let time be your friend, not your enemy. Absolutely. Be the casino.
And don't pay for time if you don't have to.
I mentioned something this morning on the channel. I haven't told you this. I saw an article this morning talking about the new casino that they're now talking about on Wall Street. The new casino is the option market.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they said that about, I don't know, so many years ago, maybe 5 years ago, it wasn't long,
Okay.
but only a few years ago, daily option volume exceeded 1 million contracts a day.
Okay.
And at that time, that represented 100 million shares of trading.
Right.
And that was a seminal moment in time in the business,
Okay.
because
It was a milestone.
no one had thought in the trade that I entered in 78, 79, and Jennifer were part of in the 80s. At that time, there was no way there was 1 million trades a day in contracts. There might have been 50,000, 100,000 contracts a day, not a million. But today, common day now, 50 million.
Oh, yeah.
5
Yeah.
billion
Can you imagine?
shares of volume represented. That's more than trades on the New York Stock Exchange every day.
Right. Right.
So there's more shares
Right.
changing hands in the options market, in theory,
In theory.
than in stocks themselves. And if you extrapolate that further, if 50 million contracts are trading, that doesn't mean there are 50 million contracts in existence. This is just how many are trading.
Right.
That means there are probably 500 million to 1 billion contracts that actually exist.
Because you get those that are in and out and in and out and in and out.
Right.
Yeah,
You have others who write and let them expire. They never trade them again.
that's right.
And so if you have 50 million trading, but 500 million in existence, let's say, just 10 times as much, that is 50 billion shares represented. If it's 10 times that, it's 500 billion shares. I mean, the numbers get to be so unbelievable that you just kind of
Yeah.
lose track. But this shows you how huge this business is, because you don't need stock to write options. You can do a cash secured put. You can write naked calls. There are institutions that do that. They write naked calls. They don't have the stock.
Folks don't go into options to buy stocks.
Yeah.
They go into options to buy options.
Trade options. It's derivatives. It's a derivative.
Right, it's a
An
derivative.
option
Okay.
is
Okay.
a derivative. You are entering a form of the derivative market, the one you hear about all the time on The Big Short. The derivatives market is what cashed in on the housing collapse in the
Yeah.
United States and the world in 2008, 9, 10. Derivatives. Well, that's what options are. They're a derivative, but they're a listed derivative that trade on a stock exchange, and they're monitored by the SEC. That's the difference between a derivative there and a derivative, say, in London, England, where you have off-market derivatives that are on no exchanges. They're in the black market. You don't see them anywhere. They're done between brokers and dealers, the derivatives markets. And that is huge. That is as big as a stock exchange yet again. But you and I can't play that. But we can play this derivative market because the casino is open. And oh my gosh, is there money coming in? Huge.
Your market on your phone is very Christmassy.
Yeah.
Green and red, green and red.
Green and red. Yeah. Rocket Lab up 2 and SoFi up 18. But GameStop down 172. Matterport up 40. ME down 2. Spire down 3 cents. ATIP down 9.5 to 301. Smart Rent up 8, Cyxtera down 27. Yeah, we're all over the place. Apple up 87 cents to 173, and the Dow's up 69, S&P up 12, and the NASDAQ up 41. We're green on the big boards. We were mixed starting it off.
Mhm.
Consumer confidence improves in December, says the headlines, as we're going through all of that. Yeah, the derivatives market. Welcome to the derivatives as we continue to educate you in plain English how you can participate in these markets and take the money. Don't go for the glory. Take the cash. Yeah.
That's right.
Glory don't pay no bills, baby. Money pays bills, all right? That's the deal. Yeah. Expressions in the market. Winners cash checks.
That's
What
right.
that's what she said.
Winners cash checks.
Winners cash checks. Yeah, I remember in the 80s, we would have we'd have a client come in once in a while, and there were certain clients that came in regularly. They'd come into the market. They come into our office once in a while, and they'd be picking up an envelope from our cage at the back, and in the envelope would be a check. And I know the check because I signed it as branch manager. I had to sign all the checks. And so and so's picking up a check for $5,000 today. Oh yeah, he did that flip last week with our broker, or a week and a half ago. They had a nice little trade on those 30,000 shares of whatever oil and gas stock, and he's taking a $5,000. And then the client would come on in, and Jen would either have the check at the trading desk, or our receptionist would have it for him, or be in the cage, usually in the cage.
Or the salesman sometimes.
The salesman would bring the
Would go
check
get
out
it,
to
yeah.
him, and they have a little session, have a little chat. And I'd see the client picking up a check, and he'd be giving me the hi, how are you, Mr. Farmer, how you doing? And sometimes the broker would say to me, yeah, he's got 5 checks.
Yeah.
This is the 5th one he picked up. He's picked up checks from all the brokerage houses this week because he trades all over the street. And this he's going to the bank now with 5 checks from brokerage firms. You know what happens when you go to a teller in 1986? You go to a teller at a bank with brokerage checks, and you want to deposit them and take a cash withdrawal out. They don't question those checks. They don't go to the manager for approval, unless it's a big check for deposit purposes. But you deposit a $5,000 check from Merrill Lynch. You want $1,000 in cash? Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, the check's good.
The check's good. Yeah. Winners cash checks. That's an expression, and we still use that expression today, even though we don't get checks anymore from brokerage firms. It's all electronic transfer. Welcome to the new world.
We don't have to reconcile our bank accounts anymore.
No. You know what I talked about this morning with my rant?
Did you talk about what bagel you wanted?
I just want to ask you one little thing. Just one more little thing.
What else do you got?
These are memories. Do you have this memory? I'm going to ask you specifically. I don't know if you did,
Okay.
but I had this memory as a child. And I'm talking about being about 6, 7, 8 years old. Okay. Once in a while, Mom would get you cleaned up, get you dressed up. And in my case, Mom would grab the car, and we would drive downtown, and Mom would do her shopping downtown before the days of shopping malls.
Mm-hmm.
And we would do a route, and the route would be like the shoe store for repairs, like the shoe repair guy, for alterations maybe. Then a clothing store, then maybe an appliance store, maybe we would be in the travel agency or an insurance company, and then we'd be in a department type store, and we would end up, if we were good, if we behaved ourselves, we had the reward, and the reward was you got to go to the cafeteria, and or you sat down in the diner area, and the server, we called them waitresses back then, would bring you the plate of fries, which in my case would be split between my sister and I. And then the waiter would also bring at the same time 2 milkshake glasses and that big steel silver container of whatever milkshake flavor it was, vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. And then Mom would be the arbitrator. She would be pouring in the milkshake into both glasses to make sure they were the same height, and then 2 straws, one in each one, and then you could eat your fries, and we'd have a little salt on there and maybe vinegar. Did you ever do vinegar?
Yeah, we did vinegar.
And then we'd have fries and some milkshake, and that was the reward for being cleaned up, being on our best behavior, not besmirching our family name on the public streets of our downtown core, because everyone downtown knew everybody else, because that was the mall. That was the shopping mall.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that. I remember being on my best behavior for that reward at the end. It wasn't often. It was a treat, man. It was a treat.
It wasn't often. We did not drive because I was in a much smaller town. We would just walk. But yes, you were on your best behavior. And having a Scottish father, that wherever you go, the clan goes with you. Be good or be bad.
That's right. The name.
So you better be good.
The name. You're Brian's kid. Oh yeah, you're Brian's kid. That explains either the good or bad behavior.
Yeah.
It had to be the good behavior. Yes, I was Mr. Frommert's kid. Yeah.
I can remember, walking downtown, holding Mom's hand because my siblings were all in school.
Right.
I was the only one left at home.
There you go. There you go.
Not very often.
No,
No, not very often.
not very often. It wasn't like
That you would
like
go.
today you go to the mall 3 times a week or
Yeah.
every week you go to the mall. None of that. And there was none of this. Oh, we're in the mall. Off you go. Run around. I'll see you in an hour in the food
Yeah.
court. Oh no.
Don't
no.
leave the building.
Oh no. Downtown, you hold mom's hand on the sidewalk at all times. You never ran off.
Yeah.
Good God Almighty, what would happen to you if you ran off from your parent and
Well,
especially
you'd
if
never
you,
do it again.
especially if your dad.
Yeah.
The display of authority would be on display for all to see in the middle of the sidewalk. Oh yeah, no, that never happened. It never ever ever happened. So no, that display, I never saw that display in a public place where dad would be whipping the kid in public. It never happened because it wouldn't happen because you all knew it would happen, but it would never happen. But we imagined it. We imagined, oh God, he'll kill me.
Yeah.
If I took off on my dad and ran away from him in downtown, whatever, you never see me again. First, I'll never be brought downtown because it'll take 6 months for me to heal. Oh yeah, Dad. No, never. It never did happen, and I never heard it happen to any friend of mine ever. Never heard. Anyway, bagel. Yes, I would love a bagel.
What would you like?
What would it be today? Well, it's
Today's
Wednesday, prime time Wednesday. I'm going to be on the air tonight, 8:00, live with you. So what should we do today?
You could have a slice of cheese. You could have an egg. You can have whatever.
How about ham and cheese with that mayo, that horseradish mayo?
Okay.
Yeah, butter and horseradish mayo. Ham and cheese. We'll do that today. Oh yeah, that never happened. No, you never took off from your parents in downtown. Are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind? No, that never happened. I never heard of it ever happening. That's how unthinkable the unthinkable was. Utterly unthinkable. Yeah, utterly. Oh gosh. I mean, these guys served in the Second World War. Are you kidding me? You'd run away from a parent that was part of the Second World War? Are you? If you lost your mind, you're making this shit up. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm losing it. No, that's not. Oh, that would never happen. No. Okay. I think the worst part about going out for shopping with mom was if we ever ran into someone she knew, old friends, other members of church. Now I have to look at this rack of clothes. Yeah, that's true, but you better just stand there and shut the hell up. Yeah. Oh man, let's see. I never enjoyed this holiday. Now that I have to buy gifts, show how much love you love people by taking dead on for them. Yep. I just read that January is for stocks to go up following the sale. The sell-off happens at the end of the year. It's unreasonable to think we might see some strong comebacks. Oh no, it's not unreasonable. The first 2-3 months of the year can be very good. Can be very, very good. Oh yeah, that's why I'm waiting for this tax loss thing to be done with. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I cannot wait. Just the psychology of the market going away. Just the psychology of no selling coming in. That is a big one. Oh yeah, that is huge. The Dow's up 38. We're up 98 points on the Dow. Let's go, baby. SoFi 1515. Let's go. Yes, baby. Higher. We want to go higher. Higher. Yes. We want to go higher. Let's go. What else is going on here? Any more comments here? I'm proud of you. We're practicing restraint about the headlines, Bruce. You think it's easy? It's not easy. Anyway, we'll never leave you, Bruce. You just tell us what we need to hear every day to counteract the scarcity mindset. Goldman stocks going up fast. Let's see. I basically only own Spire now. I don't even look most days. I like the future, says Max. Let's see. What else is going on? 535 people watching. 222 thumbs ups. Come on, you guys. Adventures with Duncan. Thank you, Adventures with Duncan, for mentioning it. We have 249 thumbs ups right now. If any of you are able to find a way to hit that thumbs up button, give this channel a little bit of positive momentum, I would love you for that. Thank you all so much. And let's go here. Yes, Spire's been public for 4 months. That's all. Just 4 months. What can I say? Let's go. I am the casino, says Scott. Now you know. Now you know. Let's see. Hey, who has Bruce's back here? Let's go, baby. So give that man thumbs ups. If you got his back, give him thumbs ups. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. That's nice. All right. Good morning, Bagel family from Nelson. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Let's see. Yeah, speaking of Warren, he's heavily invested in a company similar to SoFi. It's tickers NU. It's a fintech stock based in Brazil. Apparently, I did read an article about comparing NU to SoFi. The writer, and the writer said SoFi hands down is the one you buy. SoFi, absolutely the hands down. The value is in SoFi. Oh, okay. You like both companies, but he said buy the SoFi stock. Okay. I like that. Okay. This man is the truth. The journey is just as important as the result. There we go. Okay. Good. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. I feel like I've gained a level in the last month listening to you, Uncle Bruce, says Nazareth. I would never have written my 30 and 160 calls this week. I took in 8,000 premiums on those trades. I dare the stock to take you out. There you go. $8,000, man. $8,000 coming in from the options market as a gift, man. It's just a gift. It's a calculated transaction by Nazareth. Yeah. But he's on the right side of this contract, of this trade. He's done it right. GameStop is 155.73 right now, down 239. He's written 160s that die tomorrow. Hello. He can buy back right now and cash in. He can wait it out. They're collapsing. This is smart. AMC down $1, 29.30. They die tomorrow. $8,000. How much of that is he going to score? 6 of it? 6.5, 7,000, 7.5. He could let him expire worthless if he wants to go that long. But yeah, are you bringing in $8,000 this month from option contract writing? You can. Depends on just how you structure your portfolio. Poor man covered calls. You can get into this market. You can write calls on poor man covered call strategies. I have a lesson on this. It costs you $100 to learn how to do it, and you've got an $8,000 premium coming in. Look at this, $8,000 in premiums. I charge $100 per class. I only have 10 classes. You don't have to watch all 10. 3-4 of them will be probably enough. $500 in classes and $8,000 in premiums this Friday. Thank you very much. Oh, this Thursday. Tomorrow. I like this. Nice. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody. Make some money. Others are. Why aren't you? Yes. Okay. Let's see. Thanks for the kick, Uncle B. You got it, buddy. I needed to hear that, says Nephew Nick. Good morning, Jen from John. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Nelson. Ventures Duncan. Hi there, Jen. Larry. Hello, Jen. I think ME is quiet giant of all stocks we follow. I like to talk to myself in the chat. Me too. Jen is a huge selling point, Hey, Uncle Bruce, I read some comments about Spire, ATIP saying, in 2 years it'll be over 5. Companies sitting on this much cash could be. AB, if you believe that, you're believing in fairy tales. Do you think the stocks are only going to be $5 in a couple of years? I mean, think again. I mean, get with the program. I know you're smarter than that, Uncle B. AB, I know you don't believe this. You're just reporting it, and I love you. We're on the same page. We're going to get rich on these stocks. We're going to do just fine. We're up a penny on Rocket Lab, up 17 on SoFi. The Dow's up 87, S&P up 14, NASDAQ up 42. We got gains going on here. Not great, not incredible. They're good, 1/4 point. We're happy. GameStop down 177, 156.35. Matterport up 37 cents. ME down 6. Spire unchanged now. It's come back. ATIP down 9 cents, 302. Spire, SmartRent up a nickel, Sextera down 20. Okay, fine. IBM up 2 cents, turned around. It's turned around. Microsoft up $2, 211. Apple up 85. Tesla up 47.77. Yay, it's coming back up. Royal Caribbean up 176. Goldman up 262. Cisco down only 15 cents. Okay, Amazon down 350. Facebook down 139. Google up $31. It's a mixed market, but it's not a bad market at all. Not a bad market. Okay, let's go. Bama Babe, I do not even think Uncle Bruce thought that Spire ME and ATIP would do this low. We all have learned from this adventure, just be patient. Yeah, I didn't expect them to go this low, but they are. So I'm going to take advantage of it. That's the way I would play this game. Go, all right, I'll buy more. If you guys want to give this away. There are you people out there who've given up on these companies, give up on these companies. Go ahead, give up. We'll more than happy. There are investors who've been buying this stock the whole time it's been backing off, then just picking it up and say, give it to me then. Yeah, I'll take it off you. You've lost faith. You've lost faith. Thank you for the donation. You take your tax write-off. I'm going to take myself a nice little capital gain here. Thank you. I have the time to wait it out because my weapon is this wristwatch right here. It's this weapon. I'm waiting. And I will be rewarded beautifully for my time. When I figure out how many dollars I am going to make on these stocks, and I figure out when I bought these stocks, and I figure out how many hours a week I would normally have worked, 40 hours a week, and I bought this stock 8 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. When the time comes that these shares are worth X amount of money, whether it's $8 a share, $10 a share, $12 a share, 15 a share, $20 a share, doesn't matter. You'll do multiple revisions. There will come a point in time where you'll say, you know what? I bought this SoFi, and I bought this Spire and ATIP, and I bought 23andMe, and I bought Rocket Lab, and I bought SmartRent, and I bought Six. I bought all these stocks way back when. And in the case of, say, Spire, I bought it this date, and then I bought more, and I bought more, and I bought more. And I've been in it now for 4 months. And if I'd have been working, I would have worked 18 weeks at 40 hours a week. Figure it all out. I would have worked this many hours. I put in X amount of dollars into the stock, and it's now worth this many dollars. I am up this many dollars divided by the number of hours that I've held it, working hours. Guess what per hour this is? And some of you are going to go, holy crap. I'm getting paid $80 an hour to hold this stuff. I'm getting paid $18 an hour. I'm getting $150 an hour. You guys are going to drop your jaw on the floor and go, I cannot believe I made this much money per hour. If I had a day job, this is how much money I made on this stuff. And it's going to go higher. That's going to be your payoff. And you're going to tell me about it. You're going to say, Bruce, I just calculated it out. I have made this much money per hour since I bought this stuff. If I had no other job, just on this. Some of you are going to be shocked at how much it is. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Thank you so much. We're having fun here. Oh, we got a nice toasted bagel. Look at that. I know, right? Super toasted. We got the bacon, the ham and cheese on there.
Got the overhang from the ham.
Oh, we got the overhang from the ham. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. I love you. Fantastic. Oh, beautiful. Will Crothers, good to meet you. Adventure with Duncan. Happy hunting. She's the anti-Jen. Let's see. I got nothing from Fidelity, says Michael. What are you guys? The lamp is delightful today. Let's go here. What else is it? Wimpy. It was Wimpy from Popeye. That's who the name was. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a cheeseburger today. I think it was a cheeseburger. Oh, yeah. Let's get this bagel going. Up 117 on the Dow. 124 on the Dow. A 124 again. I'm going higher. I'm going higher. Get ready, kids. Alexander, thank you. I can't recommend Uncle Bruce enough. You opened my eyes about covered calls, and I've spread the gospel onward. My stock savvy closest friends have had their minds blown by what I've shared. They're all moving to covered calls too. Blown. Beautiful stuff. Nick, should I close or let it expire? GameStop, December 23rd, 2021, 160 call. Expires tomorrow. Sold 4 contracts, 629. Right now they're at 220. Well, my friend, every hour that goes by, by this afternoon, they might be $1.50. Stock's 156.26. I mean, just keep this eye on this market. If it stays under 160, just wait it out for another buck. Say thank you, but you're doing pretty good. I mean, you're up $4. You've made $400 profit writing just 4 contracts. Beautiful job, buddy. Beautiful job. But It's backed off. It's 156.26 right now in the stock, even with the Dow up. Isn't that interesting how it's not reacting? I don't know. Okay. Jake says something interesting here. Uncle Bruce, the Dutch version of the SEC recently published a warning about finfluencers because they sometimes promote risky products and aren't transparent. Thank you for being a responsible finfluencer. That's interesting. I haven't heard that one before. Thank you. Anyway, FYI, closed captions on Bruce. Let's see. Michael is saying, Nick, you may want to take the money off the table. You can run anytime. We all know this. It's true. Okay, let's go. Merry Christmas, everybody. From George. Hi, George. I want to rattle ATIP. Hi, Kiwi. And market's closed next Friday. I don't know about that. I wasn't sure if it was. Is it? Didn't think it was. I'm up $7 on my 600 SoFi now. Yeah. 15.24. Go higher. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yes, you mentioned selling them warrants on Cyxtera. Yeah, they're being redeemed. They're being called back by the company. They're going to offer you a dime for them if you don't exercise them. Sell them now for cash. Take your money. Sell them. My treat was using my allowance to buy my favorite single record. Remember those days? You went downtown, you got your allowance, you can buy something. Theoretically. Otherwise, you had to save it. Didn't you just hate that? You used to get your allowance and you were made to save it. Like, you're giving me this quarter. It's the size of the palm of my hand. This token, it's the size of the palm of my hand, and I have to save it now? Do you know there's the family corner store down the street that sells chocolate bars, popsicles, and pop? You know how far this quarter goes? Look how big this thing is. You know how much I can buy with this 25-cent quarter in 1963? Have you any idea? Save it. New York City. Oh, man. We're at 133 on the Dow. I'm going higher. Imagine going to my GameStop calls for Thursday. I wrote last week for small profit. They can go to the moon now. Okay. My landlord still cashes my checks, unfortunately. I love how he calls her mom. Let's see. Cheddar Stacks, $5 ME calls for January 2022. 188, break even 688, stock 680 now. Let's go from here. Well, there you are. That's a free call. That's a free call contract. Let's run for sure. Anyway, yeah, down 250 on GameStop, 155.55. Just thought of something. It's a message for any of you that have GameStop calls that are expiring tomorrow. And Nick in particular, make sure you got a stink bid in there, huh? You've got a stink bid in there below the market. Put in a stink bid in case you get a dip on this market, for a 5-minute dip. Get taken out that way. Don't forget, if you're going to buy these calls back, put in a stink buy order, super cheap, and take advantage of that. Matterport up 39 cents. Apple 174.25. Getting to that level, maybe. Might be getting to that level. We'll have to watch that. Goldman up 288. Cisco green 6106. Okay. Besmirched, says Coyote. When I write a covered call, Midnight Adventure wants to know: is it more important to be greedy on the strike price or the premium? What are your thoughts? It's a combination of both, really. Really, it's the whole picture. It's not one or the other. It's both. Time, how long? There's three things: how long the contract has to last, what the strike price is, what the premium for the contract is, what's the stock been doing lately. Is it topping out from a big run lately, or is it been plateauing lately? Yeah, is there news coming up on the company? I mean, there's a lot to consider here. Midnight. It's not just one or two things. Maastricht, good morning. Good morning. Cheddar Stack says, anyone owns ME, you're welcome. I bought it. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's go. Oh boy. You got to love SoFi apps update from the app. Spire hit a new 52-week low, 331. Oh man. Midnight, bro. I'm sitting on 400 plus ME shares. I'm holding that for a decade at least. I don't think so. I don't think it'll be there for a decade. You don't sound like an investor that will wait a decade, first of all. So that's the first thing. I don't think you have that patience. But I don't think you have to wait a decade. Just hang around. Like Christmas Story, when the young boy blamed his friend for hearing about the dirty words. Man. Do we need some new members, Bruce? Get the closed captions working. I'm not sure how to do that. Auntie, it's right, Bruce. I tell my daughter my grandmother would have knocked me into next week if I dared back talk to her. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. If ATIP can dump from 10 to 250, then why can't SoFi run from 15 to 25? There's no reason why it can't happen. I'm with you, Austin. I was watching earlier when you talked about seeing TV outside windows. My dad told me the only way to watch a sporting event was at the corner bar. Look at the Dow. Look at the Dow, up 153. Nice. This stock market says, Bruce, had to grade my driving test. Gave me the test back to check my answers to let me know I failed. I changed all the D's to B's. Passed, but I did get noticed for a proper reverse. Welcome, everybody. John Bickman, you made the big rollover from 750 Spires to 4, and now I think you're going to make money. I think so. Coyote, I made a profit on my 160 this week, but I got a little worried and bought it back early. Could have made more profit, but I was sure GameStop was going to go back to crack 160 sometime this week. Live and learn. SoFi Strong says Adventures with Duncan. Gerhard, I missed the explanation. Everyone is missing the explanation on the Sextera warrants because they're just joining me. And did you say something about this? Did you say something about this? Yeah, sell them, sell them, sell them, sell them. Take the cash. Get out now. That's the point. Get out now on Sextera. They're canceling the warrants. They're redeeming them. They're going to be worth a dime if you don't do anything about it. Sell them for cash now. Take your money. Move on. It's okay. Sell them. Okay. You can buy more stock if you want. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do with it. Okay. Okay. Oh, boy. I'm looking forward to writing dozens and dozens of calls. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, baby. You know what, Bruce? The Nazareth is saying, by the way, that $8,000 premium that I brought in, only for 3-day contract. $8,000 for the week, $30,000 for the month. Selling covered calls is the way to go, baby. Now you're talking. just to give you folks a little peek behind the curtain, there is some serious money you can make writing call options. This isn't the game for making 10 and 20 bucks or anything like that. This isn't a little $50 a week little play. This is a life changer. This is a career adjuster here. You can get out of that crappy day job and do this instead. Depends on what you're managing. It depends on the trading you're doing. But man, Nazareth has figured it out, and it's available to all. Come on, man, let's go. At this point, my day job pays me way more. I cannot wait for the day that trading pays more. Well, John, when you make 30 grand a month writing calls, compare that to your paycheck and let us know. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. Bagel time. SoFi, January 22, $25 calls. Trying to stink sell for 205. You're trying to write it. Hope to flip them by tomorrow for a buyback. Well, we'll see what happens. SoFi, 15.23, up 26 cents. Unchanged on Rocket Lab, down 153 on GameStop, up 60 cents on Matterport now. The Dow up 146, S&P up 26, NASDAQ up 84. Looking good. Looking good here. Alrighty. Oh, baby. Bagel time. We're finishing off the bagel time. All right. Good old Sam's Records. $5 cassette tapes. Sam the Record Man. And I remember that. Penny Candy. They still had that then? Oh, boy. Anybody remember The Wiz? The Wiz. Oh, boy. Citi maintains neutral, raises price target on Cisco to $65 a share. All right. Rob, Cheddar Stacks, almost bought more 15s for Tom this morning when they were 21 cents. They immediately went up to 44. I missed out. Will, Uncle Bruce, is it time to write calls on Goldman Sachs or will it pass 385? I'm confused. Where are we at now on Goldman? We're at 382.90, up 258. We're going higher. Yeah, I think we're going higher. Cisco 61.15 too. It's going higher. Goldman topped out at 383.90. But I think we can break 385. It looks like it's had a couple of good days. It's nowhere near the $400 mark it came from. This stock is about $10, $12 too cheap right now. It's coming on, and it should go higher. So, Will, just sit tight. Just let the stock go higher. It'll make you richer that way. You'll write a covered call shortly. It might not be this week, though. You might be doing it next week after the weekend at much higher prices, and that'll do you well. That'll do you proud. BW saying, Uncle Bruce, there's a Daily Mail news release that should help the markets globally. Army announcing, Walter Reed Army Institute of Research set to announce the development of a vaccine that is effective against all COVID and SARS variants. Been working on a vaccine for 2 years. Let's hope for that. The spike, something here, vaccine so far be proven to protect against all existing and potential variants. Just found out my brother-in-law has COVID. And his newly pregnant wife, they were just over yesterday for a short visit. Ugh, says Rob. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I hope so. I feel vax. Feels good. Feels like a bad cold now, and she feels fine. Going to have to find some rapid tests now. You might wait a couple of days, Rob, before you know. So, Uncle Bruce, will we younglings experience the same trials and tribulations of not having fries and a milkshake after we shop. So bittersweet. I'm emotional, happy, not ready for the kids to swat me. Oh man, Dave, there's a market for them. Just sell them. Just don't ask questions. Just sell them. Good morning, Bagel Gang. What are your thoughts on rolling GameStop into a 723 leap and using the premium to write Goldman Sachs poor man covered calls? You're financing one to do another. If you want to, that's up to you. GameStop coming up. We're down 12 cents. 158 on GameStop. We're going higher. Of course, Cisco's going higher. I wrote Cisco 60s a few weeks ago. Are you seeing gold subs to trade 400? I thought you said it's going to 700. Yeah, I'm thinking it might go to 400 like in the next day or two. But overall, it should be at 700 and we'll eventually get there. But in the next little while, by next week, it could be at 390 to 400 again, where it was last week. That's what I'm saying. Are you not listening, socials? Or are you teasing me? Hey, Uncle Bruce, I loaded up on February 7.5 calls on Spire back when it crashed. I saw the other guy rolled his into $4 calls. I think that's a great deal, although my 7.5 February calls are down 94 to let it ride. Look, if you can roll into Force, put a little extra cash in there and roll into Force, I would do so. I think it's a great move. I like the stock because Uncle Bruce likes the stock there. That's it. John, that was me. I received very little for my 750s. You could just buy $4 calls and hope they will be as cheap and save the 750 in case it runs. You can always do that. No, I'm not looking to expand my portfolio, only reduce, trying to get the crud out of the house, says the anti-PC. The Dow's up 174. We're high on the high of the day. $180. I've been chewing on this thing for 20 minutes. I'm going higher. You can get Spire $5 Feb 5s for 15 cents right now. Spire up 7.5 cents. Yay. Yay. Dow 189. Lovely. 191. More lovely. Oh boy. Bagel's delicious. The market went up nicely while I was eating that bagel. Oh boy, very good. Rob says that might be too short a time for the $5 contract. What do you think about writing poor man covered calls on GameStop? It's very difficult because it's difficult to find an in-the-money contract that is mostly book value without costing an absolute fortune. So it's difficult. Yeah, and he says, Rob, that's too short. I'd be buying $2 strikes, and in May, the bagel looked delicious. It was delicious. Social same here. I think might have blocked him by accident back when he had trolls. Had no idea how to unblock. Anyway, today is also a buy day. Says Adventure with Duncan. Right on, buddy. It's a buy day. We have got Rocket Lab up 4 cents to 12.23. We have SoFi at 15.16 up 19 cents. GameStop down 21 cents to 157.91. Still under 160. Matterport up 56 cents to 23. 76. ME down a dime. Spire up 8.5 now. 345.5 cents on Spire. Volume 264,000. And this is the high of the day on Spire. Let's making a little move here. Go Spire, go. ATIP 303.5 bounced up from that low of 298.5 cents a share. We just bounced through there. Still down 7.5 cents. Smart Rent down a penny. Cyxtera down 24. Apple down is up $1.50 to 174.46, pushing the high of the day right now on the stock. The Dow up 180, S&P up 31, Nasdaq up 108, oil up 61 cents a barrel. So we got going here on this market. It's an up day. It's a 0.5 point to a 0.75 point run overall. It's fine. It's adding to the run from yesterday. An up week this week tells me we may have turned the corner on tax loss selling, because we had the big drop on Monday, a partial recovery Monday afternoon, up day yesterday, and another up day now. And we might be through tax loss selling. And now the bargain hunters are coming in here, really coming in here, and they're getting more aggressive, and they're starting to look for deals. And there are deals everywhere. You and I know that. Rocket Lab up 9 cents. SoFi up 23. GameStop up 31 now. Matterport up 61 cents. Spire up 8.5 cents. We're green on a bunch of our stocks all of a sudden in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, baby, let's go. Markets are, please eat another bagel. I don't want to jinx it. Let's go. Uncle Bruce, Spire, $3 calls for January 2023 at 135. Did I do okay? I'd say you did just fine. That is really good. 2023 contract. I like it. I do like it. Let's see. Nice says Socius blocked me. Wow. That's what it is. I don't know. Everybody does what they want to do. I don't know. We're up on Rocket Lab, SoFi, GameStop, Matterport. We're up on Spire now, 9 cents. We're up on Smart Rent now, up a penny, just turned. Still down a quarter on Cyxtera, down 8 cents on ATIP. Oh, down 7 cents on ATIP. We're down 6 on ME only. Those are the only reds, really. Cyxtera down a quarter. We are up on IBM, up 15. The Dow up 174. Microsoft up 360. Apple up 139. Tesla up $63. $1,002 a share on Tesla. The psychological 1,000 has been broken again. It's going higher. Goldman up 229 to 282.60. Cisco up 21 cents to 61.24. Cisco is climbing again now, 61.24. Amazon up 9. Facebook down only 55 cents. Google up almost $50. We are going higher in this market now. We're going higher. Very good sign. Going higher across a whole bunch of stocks here. Matterport up 70, $23.90 now, pushing $24 on your Matterport again. Nice. SoFi, $15.20. Let's go, SoFi. Let's take a run to $30 a share. Have some fun for the new year coming up here. Yeah, man. SoFi's been over 15 for like 2 hours. Like, this is something, Rob said. What can I say? I have no idea why. I mean, no changes, but for some reason I can't see them again, says Socius. Let's see. There's advice from Cheddar Stacks here on anybody having a problem with being blocked or anything like that. There you go. We are green. We're green all over the place. GameStop is green, 1 penny now. 1 penny higher on GameStop. Spire now up 9 to 346. High of the day on Spire on 267,000. We're higher on the Spire. Keep going, Spire. We're down 7 on ATIP, 304. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, man, let's go. We like higher markets, please. We like them up. We do, we do. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Yes, where are we at the Dow? Up to 164 right now. That's where we're at. Let's see. Where was I? Those were... if I recall, I think my friend has, yes, I have a friend of mine who has January calls on Cisco, I thought. And for whatever reason, I can't get options to show up on my January feed. There's issues on that. I don't know why, but there be. Let me take a look over here. See what's going on here. Never a dull moment, and yet sometimes there are moments. And they're dull and they're not dull. It's just, moments. 61.28 on your Cisco now, up 25 cents. Looking good. Goldman at 382.50, up 218 right now. Okay. See that. See the Dow up 170, climbing again. Another wave of buying coming in on the Dow, perhaps. And the markets in general. We'll watch for this. Yep, the Dow is a laggard. It's only up 0.48, where S&P is up 0.67 and the Nasdaq up 0.72. So we'll watch for this. Okay. Matterport 2402, kids. We went through 24 on your Matterport. Get ready. You might be writing 25s. You might be writing higher contracts on your Matterport again. Very interesting. Spire up 9.7 cents to 346.7 now. The high of the day, 271,000. Spire's going higher again. ATIP is only down 6 cents now at 305 after bottoming out at 298. So ATIP is climbing. Spire touched 30.31. It's now 346, a 15-cent uptick from the low. Doesn't sound like a lot, but psychologically, this is good. We might be through the tax loss selling wave. Cisco 61.32 now. Up 28 cents on Cisco. We're approaching the high of the day on Cisco. Most interesting day we have going on here. Let's see. I got a friend of mine that has some of these contracts on Cisco. I think he's got some 55s. Isn't that right? Jan 31, 55, something like that. I thought, yeah. He's trying to get out at 6. He's trying to get out at 5. Is he trying to get out at? Where were we at on this? He's trying to get out at 675. Am I missing? No, he's got 50s. No, he's got 55s. He's up on these. Yeah, he's trying to get out 55s. 610, 620. He's trying to get out 675. They're 610, 620. They're trading under the market. My machine's behind. So I have an inaccurate quote here. Okay, that's why I can't figure this out. It used to be so much easier, but it's not that easy anymore. There was a time it was so much easier than this. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Rudy, hey everybody. Hope everyone's staying happy, wealthy, and safe. How you doing, Rudy? Spire wants to test 350 question mark. Look at that, 346.5. It looks better, looking better all the time. Gotta love this. We got an up market here. Let's see how long it lasts. How strong will it be? What kind of follow through can we get here? Let's hope it does test 350. Wouldn't that be lovely? It matter $24 like butter. Hot knife through soft butter. Went right through 24 on Matterport. Yeah. Ooh, we've been waiting patiently on butter Matterport. Let's go. It's hard to write Matterports till they do weeklies. Bilbus, I'm with you there. I need someone to help me out. I need someone to give me an option quote. I want to know what a January 21st Cisco $55 call contract trading for. Cisco $55 call option for January the 21st, 2022. Just coming up. Can anyone tell me what the bid ask last trade is on the Cisco 55 for Jan 21? Thank you, everybody. What a convenience! I can just ask for quotes as a host. Could someone please give me a quote on that contract? That'd be great. That would be beautiful. Thank you. Let's go to see how my buddy's doing on that trade. We're trying to get him out at 675 here. Let's see what we got. Tesla's over 1,000 now, says NTPC. How about that? What about MU? Yeah, I'm not familiar with it like in detail, but I read an article this week that compared MU to SoFi, and SoFi came out ahead. Had a higher recommendation. So there you go. Fantastic. SoFi at 15.21, up 24 cents, you guys. Up 7 on Rocket Lab. GameStop down 43 cents again. Matterport up 80 cents to $24. ME down 6 cents. Spire up 9.5 to 346.5. ATIP down 7 cents. Very good. Very good. Here we go. Tim, thanks, buddy. 630 to 645 on 55s. Thanks, pal. We're watching that contract for our buddy Beach Boy. We're trying to get Beach Boy out at 675 for that Cisco contract. The 55s for Jan 21. Cisco from Chicago Transit, 630 to 645, Bruce. There it is right there. Thank you, guys. If you're able to kind of keep a little eye on that for me. If you see that Cisco pop a little more, I think those are going to go. 61.32 on the stock. The contract, 630 to 45. So it's worth 632. And they're only bidding 630 for it. So you can see there's no premium on this, which begs the question, if you want to write poor man covered calls on Cisco, you could buy in the money covered calls. I bet you for 95% book value, which would be the way to go, and then write 1 week, 2 week only contracts just out of the money on Cisco to bring in a little premium. Keep an eye on those for potential trades there. Cisco, 61.31 down, up 28 cents. Goldman Sachs up $1.60 to 381.92. We got to wait for Goldman to get closer to 385, 390 before we want to write contracts there. And let that just come up because that's what it wants to do. It just wants to go higher. Let it go higher. Why get in the middle of a good thing? Rocket Lab up a dime. SoFi up 26 cents right now at 15.23. GameStop unchanged. Matterport up 89, 24.10 on Matterport, like 24, right through there like hot knife through soft butter. Like nothing. Spire's up a dime. It's up 10.5 cents. 347.50 on Spire. It's still going straight up. This has had a nice little run here. It bottomed out at 10:08 or so this morning. 10:08. That was an hour ago. It bottomed out, and it has now popped up from 331 to 347.5, and it's just going straight up. Spire going higher right now. Keep an eye, guys. Keep an eye on this. I like the sound. I like the look of this. We're up 153 on the Dow, 29.9 on S&P, 107 on NASDAQ right now. Okay. 625, 615. Kareem is saying, ME volume 665,000. When do we write on Matterport? You can write anytime you want now. You can look at Matterport anytime you want. Right now, $23.97, around $24. You can look at writing 25s for the next contract period, which is January. Or you can perhaps consider 30s for February. Looking for premiums, might look at that. Use that premium any way you want on whatever else you want to get. Pick up Spire, pick up ATIP if you want, or whatever you like. Is it too much to ask for a $10 run on ME? No, I think too much would be $30 run, but $10 is reasonable, completely reasonable. Yeah, I told you Spire to go higher since I sold all of mine yesterday. Don't know why you sold it. Didn't tell you to do that, but you did it. Whatever, you got to live with it. Let's see how it goes. Spire now, 374.5, up 10.5 cents. ATIP at 304. ME 682 down 4 cents. Matterport up 72. GameStop down 38. SoFi up 25. Rocket Lab up a dime. And Bill, do you feel comfortable writing 25s or 30s on Matterport expiry January's? 25s might be the way to go. 30s you won't get much in the way of premium. You want to write 30s, I'd recommend Febs. But you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. This is not like a moment of time you have to decide. You have all the time in the world, and you could wait through the end of the month, and perhaps weeklies show up in January. We start trading weeklies. Then you might want to write Matterport calls again. It's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable doing. If Jan 22s are the earliest I can write, I'd rather let Matterport go on a rip. And there you go. They're good answer, Vilbus. Good answer. You're getting smarter, man. You are getting smarter on this stuff. Uncle Bruce, I sold and buy more SoFi and Rocket Lab, just adjusting my portfolio. I don't like the company or the stock, so I'm fine with it. It's cool. It's cool. So it's all good. No problem at all. And you got two other winners anyway, so way to go. And they're up today. Let's see. What else is going to happen? Um, anyway, there you have it. Where are we at now? GameStop down 38. Matterport up 76. ME down only 2 cents. Spire up a dime. ATIP down 6.5, up another half a penny to 304.5. Smart Rent down 6 cents, and Sextera down 26 cents. Cisco 61.34, another higher trading level on the stock. Touch 61.36 just a moment ago here, another high on the day. We're up 31 cents on Cisco. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it just keeps coming on and on and on and on. Had that dip, and it's recovered, and it's going higher. It's going to go higher. Anyway, Rocket Lab is moving, says Delahote. Let's see. Hey, come on, people. We can get 400 likes. Help algorithm to share with Uncle Bruce Index. Hit that thumbs up button for Bruce. What do we got right now? 319 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for 319 thumbs ups already. I do appreciate this. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button for us and give us a bit more momentum, that would be really cool. And I appreciate it. Let's see. Thank you one and all for your support. I appreciate it. It is much appreciated. 330 now. 330 thumbs ups. They're coming in. 330, baby. 61.39 on Cisco. Another high of the day on Cisco. I think 62 is attainable for the stock. That's my gut feel. I just got that vibe. I think it's attainable. Interesting how it is trading along here. 61.41 on Cisco, up again. How are those January calls doing for Beach Boy? Are those January expiring January 21st, the 55s? Are they yet approaching 675? Because he's got a stink offer up there. How are we doing? Are we seeing a turnaround on SoFi? Question. Big Tex wants to know. Maybe. I hope so. Jennifer, I'm not liking the premium for January. Matterport, the volume is too low for a run. People are getting smarter in the options market here all the time. Matterport is moving. Uncle Bruce, thoughts on Spire? Calls for the summer or leaps better? Well, either way. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, good morning. And Simpletons from Waikiki. I'm waking up, y'all, is a norm now. In line, about to get some Starbucks and put in a stink bid for Matterport March 5. 30 covered calls for 265. And they triggered. Thank you, Uncle B. Beautiful stuff. Love it. Oh, man, making money on vacay. That man is showing us how it can be done for everybody, you guys. This is how it can be for you. Down the road, you'll be on holidays and trading anywhere, everywhere. Exactly the right thing to do. Beautiful stuff. 61.38, up 35 cents. 61.39. Up 35 cents on Cisco. 61.41 now on Cisco. It's jumping. It's jumping. 16.41. How are those contracts looking now? Does anybody know? Can anyone tell me how Beach Boys calls are doing? January 21st, expiry Cisco, $55 contracts. His calls, are they offered yet at $6.75? Because that's what he's trying to sell them for. Is he going to get out today? It's been a while, and he deserves it. 61.41 on the stock, looking good. Waiting to see what the bid ask. 61.43, another high, going up again. SoFi, is it breaking a wall of resistance? We're at 15.28, up 31 cents. We're up 16 on Rocket Lab, 12.36, going higher. Matterport, 24.35, going higher. Spire up 11 at 3.48, and we're only down 8 cents on ATIP. We're going higher here, kids. The markets are running. You got to love this. Beautiful. 61.40 on Cisco. Go, Cisco, go. That would be good. Let's go here. Games, GM is saying we got a 166,000 sell wall at 15.35 on SoFi. I think we'll test it today. Okay. We'll find out. Neat, says Cheddar. That's right. Cisco, 61.37. The high today, 61.43 on Cisco. Is a Beach Boy in line to get out of those contracts? Can anyone give me an updated quote for January 21st, $55 calls on Cisco? Does anyone have an updated quote? Mine are 15 minutes late, so I'm behind. That's why I can't see the updated moment. While this stock is running right here, right now, live. We'll see what's going on. Fantastic. I know he'll let me know if he gets out. He'll just get the confirmation. But I'm just curious if anyone sees it offered. What's the bid on it? What's the bid-ask last trade on Beach Boys Cisco's? $55 Cisco's for Jan 21. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. People talking about movies. Talking about movies here. Okay. 615 was last on the Cisco 55s. Let's see. Credit Saver says, I sold 5 covered calls at 265 on Matterport. And now I see I should have been stinkier. Man, what are you going to do? I'm done for the day, and unless my GameStop stinkers trigger, y'all, tomorrow have a good day. So he wrote them at 265, $30 calls. Good move. Bringing in $1,300 plus on vacay. I like it. 635 to 650 last trade. Last bid ask 3560, 3550 on the Cisco. Thank you guys. Thank you for this. I need that, Nick. You're 635 to 650 on those contracts, and the stock is 61.36 right now. Okay. Nice to saying stock markets with Bruce. I should order a poutine as soon as I land in Canada. I feel I need to absorb the culture in 10 seconds or less. Flint Creek Soap Company. Okay, I feel a smidge better, Spire. A smidge better. Right on. Ed Hawkins, Uncle Bruce bought covered call SoFi expiring February, but dropped since I bought it. When people say the rolling down or out in time, are they selling the existing covered call to buy something else? Uncle Bruce, I bought a call contract on SoFi, expires in February, in the money. But it's down since I bought it. I see. So they're rolling down or out in time. What they're doing is they're selling this one to buy a contract later in time to get more time, either at the same price or a different strike price, and it might be closer to the market. It all depends on which ones they have. I think that's how I can answer that question. I feel 15.25 on SoFi, up 28 cents. Okay, Matterport up $1.08, 24.33, up 113 on Matterport. Cisco 61.38 again, up 35 cents. All right. Let's see. So let's see. Anyone going short on Apple at 174? Apple right now, I don't know. We are looking at Apple at 173.69. It did touch 174. I don't know about that for sure. Goldman up 211 to 382.43. Cisco 61.39, 61.41. Again, approaching a new high on the day on Cisco. A Z Estate says, go Matterport. There you go. There's the comment right there. Cisco 61.41, up 38 cents. And Beach Boy is this close. He is so close to get out of those contracts and make a nice little profit. Nicely done. SoFi 15.23, Matterport 24.18 right now, 24.21 right now. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Spire up 11 cents to 3.48, going for 3.50. Spire has hit 3.48.5 already. It's going for 3.50 today on the old Spire. ATIP, $3.50 a penny. $3.50. Well, there you have it. 61.42, 1 penny short of a new high on Cisco. 61.41.42 to 43 right there. Trying to hit a new high on Cisco. Keep going, Rocket Lab says anti-PC. Mirko says, I received an Xmas present from my broker. They sent me a silver coin. 1 fine ounce silver, $5 Canadian maple leaf on the backside. The Queen, very thoughtful. That's kind of nice. John Anderson, Uncle Bruce, do you think IBM is still a good buy? Thank you. I'm not sure about a good buy. I think a long-term hold, yes. If you're a long-term holder, you're fine. If you buy in the money contracts on IBM, you can write short-term covered calls as a poor man covered call. I like that strategy. So, long-term, yes, I like it. What else is happening? U.S. home prices continue to climb in November, they say. Anyway, let's see. Does anyone else see anything writable on SoFi for decent money? I don't think you should be allowed to post that pic until you do, says PC. I don't know what they're talking about, and I don't care. Tell the buyer of ATIP to buy 2 more times than they already want, double what they want, and that'll run the market. There you go. Right on. We've got Spire 348 up 11. Smart Rent 990 down a nickel. Emmy down 2. Matterport 2409. GameStop down $1.08. SoFi up a quarter, and Rocket Lab up 14 cents to 12.33. The Dow's up 142. S&P up 31. Nasdaq up 121. Cisco 61.34. Teasing Beach Boy mercilessly to let him get out at that top dollar he wants. We'll see what happens. Rocket Lab's going, says Dave. Let's see. Thingies indeed. Let's go. Thomas says, a candy bar, a Coke, and a pack of smokes, or a gallon of gas, all for a quarter. Oh, the old days. The old days. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there you go. Money machine, go Bruce. go. Okay. Let's see how it all plays out. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I appreciate this. I'm going to be on again today at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And tonight, 8 o'clock, for those of you who are members of this channel, join me tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, prime time with Uncle Bruce. Members only. Become a member right now. Just become a member. Just don't even think about it. Just do it. And you'll get a link in the next half an hour to invite you to tonight's show at 8 o'clock. Like all members will be getting invites. Come on up and join us tonight. Talk about this market. We don't have to worry about watching all the quotes while we can just chat. Look forward to seeing you. You have any questions about your accounts or how you're trading or how it's going? Let me know. See what I can help you out with. We'll do the best we can with what we've got. It's always a good time, and people are finding it very interesting. You know what? Auntie says, I just bought a Rocket Lab call yesterday, a $10 strike for Jan. Maybe it'll print. There you go. No weakness on SoFi today, says Cheddar. We're going higher. That's what we're hoping for. We're up 30 on that stock right now. 30 cents, 15.27. Go. Let's go. 61.34 on Cisco. High of the day, 61.43. Having another good day over there. Absolutely. The Dow up 146, climbing again. The S&P up 30, NASDAQ up 119. The NASDAQ is up 0.78 of a percentage point. S&P is up 0.66%. Dow is up 0.41. So the Dow is lagging the other two markets. They are outperforming it today. It does go back and forth day to day, though, doesn't it? Every day it goes back and forth and back and forth. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, I have no idea. Thanks for the show, Uncle Bruce. Good luck with y'all. I opened a short a while ago just for fun on leverage selling 2 apples. They're almost in the green. How about that? Right on, buddy. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We got Cisco 61.34, and we've got Matterport at 24.12, Spire at 346.5, ATIP at $3, SoFi 15.30, up 33. SoFi high of the day 15.33. We're right at the high of the day, right up there. 12.33 on Rocket Lab, up 14 cents. It's high of the day 12.37, right around the high of Rocket Lab. SoFi, Matterport hanging right in there. Come on, markets. Take us higher. See you later, Spire. You betcha. Thanks, everybody. John Anderson says, John, Spire, please break 350. Just so we know you have it in you, please. I stick with the poors, laughing out loud, says Dave. 61.33 on Cisco. Okay. And we're up 139 on the Dow right now. We'll see what we can do here. Dave, we are all simpletons. Stop playing with me, SoFi, says NTPC. Stop playing with me. Stop it. I just found out my grocery store sells stock. Adventures Duncan simpletons. Yeah. Rob says they sell all kinds of stock. Chicken, vegetable, beef, all kinds of stock. Have a great break, Uncle B. Thank you, John. We'll try to get a bit of rest in here between shows. get charged up for the afternoon. 3 o'clock this afternoon, I'll be back on for the final hour of trading today. And then on tonight at 8 o'clock at prime time. Join me for that too. And see if I can get my hair to calm down. It's just so excited. It just wants to go higher. My hair wants to go up. The stock wants to go up. The market's going up. 61.37 on Cisco. It's going up. It's going up. It's going higher. The Dow up 153. It's going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. How about that? Come on, markets. Bring us more. Yeah. Jennifer Smith. Okay, order filled for Spire. January 2023. $3 strike for 135. I'm feeling good. Okay. Spire. $3 strike. 135. Right on. Dave, vegetable, beef, chicken, paper. Oh, my paper's my favorite. Oh, my. Oh, yeah, Christmas primetime show. It's just a primetime show tonight. It's not a Christmas show. I don't think so. I know, what can I say? Oh, man. People are thinking Charlie Brown Christmas here. Oh, my gosh. Go, markets, go. 1530 on SoFi. Let's go. Let's go. 153, 155 gain on the Dow. Just keep going higher. Just come on. I'm long beef stock. Everyone's lost it. Okay, you guys have lost it. I will see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the thumbs ups, by the way. 348 thumbs up so far. Thank you for those. If you can hit another one, you can hit the thumbs up before you take off. I'll see you this afternoon. Get that thumbs up count higher for me. Would you help me out here? Make it work. We're up 160 on the Dow now. Let's go. 160 on the Dow. Let's go. We're going higher on the Dow. 164. Come on. Yes. Yes, we're going higher because it's on fire. All right. Smash that like button for Bruce. Thank you, everybody. Knee. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Take care. Thank you all. I'm going to hit some of the knee emojis. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see if we can do that. Where's my emojis? Here we go. Hit the knee emojis. Knee. We're going higher. We're going higher. That's all there is to it. You're going to make more money. That's all there is to it. You guys are going to get rich. Zed Estate. There it is. Dave's got him. Fadigan's got him. John's got him going. They're going. Bobby Atkins. He can't stop the market now. John Bickman. Oh, look at those thumbs up. Look at those knees. Rob's here. Dave D's. Oh, baby. Here come the knee emojis. Uns. Cheddar stacks. It's happening. Kareem, it's happening. Cheddar. Marcus. Yeah, baby. We're going higher. Neat. You can't stop the market now. It's out of control. Marlo, it can't stop it. Splayer TV, can't stop it. Out of control. They're gone. The stocks are going higher. You can't stop them now. Higher they go. Higher they go. Sean and Wendy. Hollow Smith. Mirko. Rico. We're going higher. We're going higher. You can't stop this market. Look at the Dow. 173. Can't stop it. We're going higher. That's it, Cam. You know it. You know it, Cam. You know it. Man, if you guys remember, you could be doing this too. Oh, man, is this fun. Dave, can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop the market. Can't stop. Aurora, we're going higher, Aurora. We're going higher. Neat. We're going higher. We're going higher. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Love ya. 3 o'clock this afternoon, I'll be back. We're going higher. We're up 183 on the Dow. We're going for a new high on the day. We're going higher. 1235 on Rocket Lab. Go higher. Come on, markets. Do it. Stop screwing around. Go higher. Cisco's 61.43. Oh, gosh. Beach Boy's going to get rich. How about that? How about that? Oh, we're going higher. Here it is. Neat. 61.43. Neat. You can't stop this. The power is overpowering. The momentum is overpowering. Cisco will go higher. That's all there is to it. There's no stopping the Cisco now. And anybody else, you don't get in the way of this market. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about thinking about it. You're not going to do that. You cannot stop this. You can't. It's going higher. Baby, like my fire. Mr. E's here. Look at those knees. Sell my house fast. Number Marlboro. Yeah, we're going higher. 61.45, new high on Cisco. 61.45, a new high. It's gonna go. They're gonna take Beach Boy out. He's going to sell 10 calls. It's going to happen. He's making more money. You got to love it. Go for Beach Boy. Go. Make that market go higher right now, people. 61.44. Let's go, market. Let's go. The Dow's up 185. S&P up 35. NASDAQ up 135. It's just, you can't stop this market. There's no way. It's impossible. Get out of the way, simpletons. Get out of the way. That's it. 61.45 on Cisco again. Look at that market going higher. ME has just broken even. Spire 347.5 up 10.5. SoFi 1530. Rocket Lab 1239 up 20. We're going higher. I think Rocket Lab's at the high of the day. It is. Rocket Lab's at the high of the day. SoFi is 4 cents away from the high of the day. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh, we're going higher, kids. How much fun is this? Got to keep those knee emojis going. Keep that market running. Let's go. Let's go. Higher. Simpletons and poors. Move, simpleton. Get out of the way. That's a new song. And a one. And a two. And 61.46 on Cisco, new high. 61.47, new high on Cisco. They're gonna take Beach Boy out of there. He's gonna sell that contract for $675. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Fantastic. You gotta love this. Look at the Rocket Lab, 1238. Oh my. Oh, this is good. This is really good. We're up 2 cents on ME. Look at that. Oh, go, market, go. Come on, market. You can do it. You know you want to. You need to. You have to. You must. Apple up 96, 173.95. Goldman Sachs, 265 gain right now. And Cisco, 61.44 with a high of 47 already. Oh, my. What a morning. What a morning we've got going here. Up 183 on the Dow. Yeah, baby. There it is. If only Powell printed money with this much vigor. There you go. The barbershop song about a simpletons. I told you Rocket Lab was going, said Dave. I told you. Rip, dip, rip, dip, rip. He's pushing through as always. Come on, market. Let's go. Make my viewers richer. They deserve it. Come on. 61.46 on Cisco. Coming on again. Here it comes. Cisco coming up. It's going to go to 61.50. It's going to do it. It's just going to happen here. Watch out. Don't get in the way of that market. Oh, boy. Boom, boom, candles, baby. Here we go. Stacks, are you seeing this? Laughing out loud. 61.46 on Cisco. Good stuff. Nice. We're going to be up $3 on Goldman Sachs the way this is going, too. It's coming on. Lovely. Rocket Lab 1237 now. That's 2 cents from the high of the day on 522,000. SoFi 1527. We've got GameStop down 93 cents. Matterport up $1.05, 24.25. We got Spire 347.5. It's right near the high of the day. 348.5 is the high. It's right there. Right there. It's right there. Oh man. Let's go. 61.49 on Cisco. We're going for 61.50 right now on Cisco. Here we go. Cisco is about to go. This is it. It's going to happen. We're going to get Beach Boy's going to get taken out. It's going to happen. Beach Boy's going to sell his Cisco contracts. He's going to go 61.49 right now on Cisco, right at the 61.50. It's trading at 61.50. They started trading it. They're starting to hit in the bid. They're hitting the offer at 61.50. They're hitting it. They're going to take it out. 61.51. We could have a 10-cent pop on Cisco right now. Go through that psychological 61.50 barrier. Watch out. 52. Here it goes. Here goes the Cisco. 61.52. It's pennies, but it's exciting. Oh my gosh. Beach Boy always gets taken out, laughing out loud. SS Bagel time. SS Seinfeld, this simpleton. Can you imagine Bruce on a cruise ship? Oh, baby. Here we go. 61.47.46. Now a little pullback, and then we're going to run it up to 61.60. Beach Boy's going out. He's going to get out today. He's going to get out. It's going to happen. It's so close. Oh, how exciting is that? Rocket Lab 1237. SoFi 15.28. GameStop only down 47 cents. Matterport 24.31 up 111. Go, man, go. Oh, baby, go on this market. Smart right up 3 cents. Let's run this puppy. Come on. The Dow up 181 right now. Oh, such fun. Such fun. Oh, yes, it's fun, fun, fun. Who's having fun? Who isn't having fun? As long as we got that red T-Bird, we're good. We're going to have fun with that T-Bird. Daddy ain't nowhere around. He's not going to take it away from us. Can't take that T-Bird away. Look at Tesla up $68. Go. Goldman up 322. I said it's going to be up over $3. It's up 320. It's going higher. 383 on Goldman. We're going for 385 to 390, and then you're going to start writing call contracts. Get ready, kids. Keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. 61.44.45 on Cisco. Getting ready for another run. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. Topped out at 61.53. How about that? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Cisco, 12, 23, 21, 55, December. Call at 55, added a watch list, price change. 640, 655, 655 bid ask. All right, never been on a cruise. Bruce, you have a Tesla. We need to get you a cruise ship. Big goals. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we got lots going on here. 61.44 on the Cisco right now. The Dow up 172 to 173 right now. And we're at 12.38 on Rocket Lab, 15.28 on SoFi. 122 gain on Matterport, 24.42, 2 cents off the high. We're just touched it here, 24.44 on Matterport. We're pushing the high again. 2.3 million volume. This is a good sign. Light volume, and it's pushing higher, $1.20. It's a good sign. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. ME up 6 cents now, 6.92. Spire still up 10.5. Come on, market. 61.48 again on Cisco. Going for another shot at 16.50. Coming in. It's moving in. Oh, let's just do it. Bruce, take us right to prime time. Keep the bagels coming. Come on, Santa. Be nice to ME. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta get some rest. I gotta get some time off here. I've been on a little longer than I should. Thank you all for joining me here. Keep an eye on these markets. Cheer on Beach Boy as he's getting close on those Ciscos. I think if those Ciscos hit 1665, I think he's out of there. He'll be out. He'll be gone, and we'll have completed another. He'll have completed another reasonably good trade right there. I love the sound of this. Thank you, everybody, for all your support and your joining us as members. We'll see you later today at 3 and tonight, 8 o'clock as members. 8 o'clock prime time with Uncle Bruce. I'll look forward to seeing you then. This market is being good to us today. All right. We'll see you soon, everybody. Bye for now.